talk to you, girl. I'll share my world with you. If you wanna waste your time, waste your time. I mean, honestly, open your eyes and see. If you wanna give it, you are your need. Waste your time. You can have all the space, all you need. There's no pressure. If you got time to waste it with me. And I ain't worried about them. Girl, you are that I see. And I am who I am. And I be where I be. If you ever hit me on a late night, yeah, I'll give you a clear mind. Might give you some insight. I'll share my world with you. You gonna waste your time, yeah. Waste your time. I mean, honestly, open your eyes and see. If you gonna get it, what you need. Waste your time with me. You can have all the space, all that you need. There's no pressure. If you got time to waste it with me. Close your eyes to get away. Just bang my line and I'll arrange it. Beautiful, girl, you're stainless. You'll be fine, I'll be painless, yeah. All I'm drinking is champagne. All you want is the same thing.
Yeah. The 10,000 building, get your ass an apartment, put you inside a G-class, that's just a starter kit. Plenty things count in life, but none of them is the thought of it. New piece around my neck is chess games. Can shorty stay with calculated moves like Beth Harmon? Swear I'm more Purple Rain Prince than Prince Charming. Disappointment I stay expecting, and the pessimist gold medalist flush the magnums just so they not collecting my specimens down. The way she with Poppy, man, you would think she's a veteran or remembrance. Cleaning lady, sweep the room daily for all the evidence of everything I ever did. Do they have a pool there? Do they have a gym there? You used to do skincare, but now you do swimwear. Your ex-roommate got a condo that's downtown, but she got no furniture in her crib. I've been there. Checkmate, even though you hate that I even check her, I still get an E for effort. Only time I play the back and forth is a Leah record. If I let you talk first and nobody is speaking second. Fluent in passive aggression, that's why you acting dismissive. Hearing me out for once will require you actually listen. Damn. The boy is back, I never turn my back. I just slapped him, so now all that they see is my back. Say that damn Maybach bands with me in the back. When I wasn't accurate, I still couldn't clean on my act. Whenever I tell the truth, you feel like you being attacked. And that come with being attached, so how about we leave it at that?
If you gonna waste your time, then waste your time with me. You can have all the space, all that you need. There's no pressure. If you got time to waste it with me.
Working on the weekend like usual. Way off in the deep end like usual. Niggas swear they passed us, they doing too much. Haven't done my taxes, I'm too turned up. Virgil got a paddock on my wrist going nuts. Niggas caught me slipping once, okay, so what? Someone hit the block up, I tell you if it was us. Man, a house in Rosewood, this shit too plush. Say my day's the number, but I keep waking up. Know you see my text, baby, please say something. Wine by the glass, man, a cheapskate hump. Niggas gotta move on my release day home. Bitch, this is fame, not clout. I don't even know what that's about. Watch your mouth. Baby got an ego twice the size of the crib. I can never tell the shit, it is what it is. Say it.
You can't even sit in peace. 'Cause all of these niggas be on you. I'm just saying I can be, yeah, one that you call, that you talk to, girl. I'll share my world with you. If you wanna waste your time, waste your time. I mean, honestly, open your eyes and see. If you're gonna give it, you are you need. Waste your time. You can have all the space. All you need. There's no pressure. If you got time to waste it with me. And I've been worried about them. Girl, you are that I see. And I am who I am. And I'll be where I be. If you ever hit me on a late night, yeah, I'll give you a clear mind. Might give you some insight. I'll share my world with you. If you're gonna waste your time, waste your time. I mean, honestly, open your eyes and see. If you're gonna give it what you need, waste your time. You can have all the space. All that you need. There's no pressure. If you got time to waste it with me. Close your eyes to get away. Just bang my night and I'll arrange it. Beautiful, girl, you're stainless. You'll be fine, I'll be painless, yeah. All I'm taking is champagne. All you want is the same thing.
Yeah. The 10,000 building, get your ass an apartment, put you inside a G-class, that's just a starter kit. Plenty things kinda light, but none of them is the thought of it. New piece around my neck is chess games, cause shorty stay with calculated moves like Beth Harmon. Swear I'm more purple rain prince than Prince Charming. Disappointment I stay expecting it, the pessimist gold medalist flush the magnums just so they not collecting my specimens down. The way she with Poppy, man, you would think she's a veteran or remembrance. Cleaning lady, sweep the room daily for all the evidence of everything I ever did. Do they have a pool there? Do they have a gym there? You used to do skincare, but now you do swimwear. Your ex-roommate got a condo that's downtown, but she got no furniture in her crib. I've been there. Checkmate, even though you hate that I even check her, I still get an E for effort. Only time I play the back and forth is a Leah record. If I let you talk first and nobody is speaking second. Fluent in passive aggression, that's why you acting dismissive. Hearing me out for once will require you actually listen. Damn. The boy is back, I never turn my back. I just slapped him, so now all that they see is my back. Say that damn Maybach bands with me in the back. When I was an actor, I still couldn't clean on my act. Whenever I tell the truth, you feel like you being attacked. And that come with being attached, so how about we leave it at that?
If you're gonna waste your time, then waste your time with me. You can have all the space, all that you need. There's no break. If you got time to waste it with me.
Working on the weekend like usual. Way off in the deep end like usual. Niggas swear they passed us, they doing too much. Haven't done my taxes, I'm too turned up. Virgil got a paddock on my wrist going nuts. Niggas caught me slipping once, okay, so what? Someone hit the block up, I tell you if it was us. Man, a house in Rosewood, this shit too plush. Say my day's the number, but I keep waking up. Know you see my text, baby, please say something. Wine by the glass, man, the cheapskate hump. Niggas gotta move on my release day, Bitch, this is fame, not clout. I don't even know what that's about. Watch your mouth. Baby got an ego twice the size of the crib. I can never tell a shit, it is what it is. Said what I had to and did what I did. Never turn my back on every G, God forbid. Virgil got the paddock on my wrist, doing front flips. Giving you my number, but don't hit me on no term shit. Working on the weekend like usual. Way off in the deep end like usual. Niggas swear they passed us, they doing too much. Haven't done my taxes, I'm too turned up. Virgil got a paddock on my wrist going nuts. Niggas caught me slipping, was okay, so what? Someone hit the block up, I tell you if it was us. Man, a house in Rosewood, this shit too plush.
Papa Pimp. What up? How y'all doing tonight? It's your boy Papa Pimp, man. We got a good one tonight. And the title, before I even get into the topic, man, shout out to all the people donating to the channel. Shout out to all the people who like, share, and subscribe to the channel. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all like, make sure y'all share, make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. And tonight we talk about how to look like a bad boy to get women. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of dudes out here who don't know how to get women in the game. And some guys don't gotta try hard. They either come from the streets or, you know what I'm saying, they either know how to dress like some of these rappers or these singers and all these cool people on TV. Some people got swag. You even got videos out here teaching men how to get women. But a lot of men just don't got it. Some men buy the clothes. Some men got the money. Some men got everything. They still don't know how to get a woman. But at the end of the day, you either gonna be you or it's gonna be on you. A lot of people are who they are. I don't care how much clothes you put on. I don't care how your swag is. I don't care what you do. You either gonna be it or you're not gonna be it. So you got some guys out here who might can benefit from trying to dress like a thug. But at the same time, I don't think you have to. But a lot of American women, black women in America, they love guys that have that swag of a thug, that swag of somebody who's dangerous. What's good, Throne 2010? And a lot of guys, you know what I'm saying, they love that type of vibe. You know what I'm saying? A lot of women love that dude who got some danger with him. I think it's all about boredom, excitement, and stuff like that. Women want to be with men who are exciting, who are dangerous. Somebody, I heard plenty of videos of women saying they like this tattoos, that thug. Why you think you see a lot of men get tattoos on their neck, get tattoos all over their body? They doing it because they want to be cool, they want to fit in. And most likely if they black or if they other races too, they do it so they can get women, because women like dudes they think from the street. You know what I'm saying? And maybe that's a young thing and stuff, but you notice like a lot of women, they like those type of guys probably pretty much their whole life until they start getting older and they start wanting to like commitment, or they start wanting something. I want somebody to take care of me, or they want to be in a pretty much they ain't hit the wall, so they looking for a different type of situation. And that's not all women, but that's a lot of women. majority of women in America, especially black women, because I can speak on black women because I date black women, they would rather be with some guy for the fun and excitement than some thug nigga, some street dude. Now, we know that shit goes away because most time them street dudes don't want to be with them women. They be messing with them, they get them pregnant, shit like that. They don't be with them, they don't be good fathers. Then you have some situations where the men do be in their life and they be street niggas, but a lot of these women's desires end up being situations where they become single moms and shit like that. But that's a whole nother topic. But if you want to look like a bad boy and you want to get women, it all comes together. The only thing I would say is if you're going to have to look, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to say you got to go out here and commit crimes and shit, but looking cool, looking like you goddamn tough, looking like you dangerous will get you some women. If you having problem getting women, or you just can work on being cool though. You know what I'm saying? You also can work on being cool and shit like that too. Because if you were like, you know, back in the day, we were trying to dress like these niggas on TV and shit because we knew that's what everybody was talking about. We knew we were following the trends. When you were in high school and shit, even college, people follow trends and shit. I mean, you know what I'm saying? If a woman see you damn looking like you got swag like a Chris Brown, they gonna want to fuck with you. Or it could be Lil Wayne, they gonna want to fuck with you. And a lot of dudes follow this. I mean, I know a lot of dudes that have tried to get women by trying to be a bad boy. They ain't trying to look like it. They actually went out here and did it. But the only reason our men fall for this type of stuff is they see what the women like. A lot of black women, man, I'm telling you, a lot of black women in America love the bad boy image. They love the trouble boy image. I've been around niggas that getting women just because they were trouble. It don't work for everybody. Every dude who get in trouble ain't desired by women. But if you have decent looking and you got that bad boy image, you got that trouble shit, you out here cussing, saying these cussing words and shit, these women will like you. I seen all the devilish dudes in school. Niggas won't even number 12 years old talking about having sex, cussing, getting in trouble. Women love them. The little girls love them. On going up. They continue that behavior and the women going up. Like another substitute, if you want to be a simp and have money. If you got money, that'll get you women too, but that means they're going to use you because they really don't want to be with you. There's a lot of dudes out here getting used because they don't got that image that the woman really desire. They're not exciting. They're not dangerous, and the woman is using them. You know what I'm saying? And you can't change yourself. You can't make yourself a thug. You can't make yourself a bad guy. You can't make yourself a street nigga. Because this dude's out here, I'm far from a street dude. I'm far from a bad boy, and I still get women. But a lot of guys can't do that shit because they just don't have it. But I would say that work on yourself. But if you want to take the bad boy image, man, I got videos showing you. But I think the bad boy image comes with a fall to it too, because at the end of the day, you trying to be something that this woman wants you to be. You know what I'm saying? You projecting an image that ain't you. Because a lot of times, being a bad boy ain't gonna get you nowhere. If she really want to be with that, you know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna work. But you know what I'm saying? I got a couple of videos I'm gonna get into that I'm gonna share, show y'all, man. Make sure y'all hit that like, make sure y'all hit that share, make sure y'all subscribe so we can get into this shit. So I'm gonna start with video number 1.
It's hot. If you got a sleeve, that's hot. It's cute. It's cute. Yeah, I think it's hot.
It's hot. Like, express yourself, Yeah, put art in your body.
Like, I would say they're hot, but if I would date a guy with tattoos, I'm not sure. Like, I think they're hot, though. I think they're hot. I really like it.
I love it, especially when they have, like, on their hands, the best part for tattoo.
I love it. It's the best thing ever. Every guy, I think, has to, like, have tattoo.
So gorgeous, so sexy, especially the detailed ones and on the shoulders.
I like how she's just looking at Justin, describing Justin.
Now, y'all see how crazy this is. A lot of these women were white now. A lot of these women were white, so this wasn't like black women. But you see how women like that tattoo image. Even in other communities, like in America, if you got tattoos, you know what I'm saying? If you got tattoos, it make them look more appealing, dangerous. They got that edge on the side, you know what I'm saying? And the crazy thing about it, though, it's men out here who got these tattoos looking like thugs, looking like tough guys. A lot of them guys ain't tough. They doing it for women. And the crazy thing about it, like I said, you don't got to have that shit. You don't got to have a tattoo. You don't got to dress like a thug. But at the end of the day, women like this shit. Even the white women like that shit. You think about, you got these white dudes out here who in these biker groups and shit acting like they're tough. They be getting a lot of women. You know what I'm saying? But I will say the difference between the white man and the black man. The black man, he gotta be tough. He gotta be a thug most of the time to get women. The white man could be a fucking geek. He could be a nerd. He could be a computer guy. He still gonna get women. Yes, having an edge will help the white guy, but he gonna win regardless. In the black community, you see guys going to prison and jail trying to be tough to fit in and shit. We ain't talked about this so long on the topics of how men got to carry themselves to get women, but we got to top it up the passport bros. You go overseas, you ain't got to be no thug to get no African woman, no Haitian woman, no foreign woman. You do not have to be thugged out to get women overseas. You can be yourself. You can be a nerd. You can be a geek. But when you come over here to America, it's a different platform. You know what I'm saying? It's a different type of personality, different type of women. And more likely, if you're damn devilish, getting in trouble, or you somebody with an edge to you, you're going to get women in America, black or white. Now, if you some boring guy who like to go to school, do the right things, you're going to get called, you're going to get looked at crazy like Michael B. Jordan, successful. And you got women criticizing him, talking about he looked like he know his damn social security number. And that shows you a lot about women in America, though, because Michael B. Jordan famous, and I'm pretty sure he can get women. But at the same time, he not really somebody, if he didn't have that money, would he be really desirable by women? He might be desirable by some women, but they ain't gonna like that shit because he ain't got no edge to him like they want. They want the motherfucker to be out here looking like 50 Cent. They want this nigga to be somebody who getting in trouble and got an edge to him and shit like that. And that's the bad thing about the situation, though. You got men out here who are trying to go for this dangerous look, trying to get in trouble. So, you know what I'm saying? But man, like, you know what I'm saying? Somebody comment in the comment section, man. I see 6 people watching. What y'all think about the video I just played with the women liking tattoos? What's up? You know what I'm saying? What's y'all opinion about that? You know what I'm saying? I see 6 people liking. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. But what is y'all opinion on the first video? How do y'all feel? Do y'all think women like tattoos? Do y'all think women desire more tattoos? Just let me know, man. Comment in the comment section, man. I'm gonna let some more people pull up too. Make sure y'all hit that like, share, and subscribe. I'm gonna put the link in the description so y'all can come up here and talk as well. If y'all want to come up and talk on the panel, you know what I'm saying? But what is y'all opinion on women that desire men with tattoos? Let me know what y'all thoughts is, man. Hit up the you know what I'm saying? Hit up the comment section. Let me know what's up. You know what I'm saying? Because I already got my opinion on what I think about it. But I'm gonna go on to the next video though. I see nobody ain't commenting. I'm gonna go on to the next video.
Now, especially black chicks.
I was about to say,
they like that shit, bro.
I think that mostly attracts black chicks.
I don't know what it is, bro, but they like that. They don't like when a dude has it together. I don't
clean cut look.
Yeah, bro, and I don't want to say that because it sounds like I'm trying to bash. I'm not bashing black women, but it just is what it is. Yeah. That's been my experience. I attract the most Latinas and white girls.
Mm-hmm.
Now you hear these black guys right here. They saying that a lot of these black women do not like guys that got suits on. They don't like guys that's cleaned up. They say they really go for the Latino and white women and stuff like that. They saying that a lot of these women don't like them and they go for different races though. Is this true? What's y'all opinion on that? What's y'all opinion on these black guys saying they have a tough time getting black women because black women choose to date thugs? Y'all let me know y'all opinion on that.
That's what I attract.
Yeah, same. I think because I had that professional, clean-cut R&B type of look, that's why I also mostly attract Hispanic and white women. And you guys be in the comments like, do you not like black women? I'm like, black women don't like me.
Looking at them in the way they talk, you know what I'm saying, and what they were saying. Yeah, you going to a black club and you want the baddest one in there. You know what I'm saying? You don't qualify for that. Your game ain't there. Yeah, I care less how you look, care less where your status at. I can hear it in your voice. Your game ain't there. Come to my school, come to Sleeves University. I can get your shit to go.
Now, I mean, it's kind of sad though if the game is like this though. You think about it though. These dudes are saying pretty much like they're struggling to get black women because black women like thugs in the black community though. You know what I'm saying? And they saying they gotta learn a different type of game. So that means they gotta be more dangerous. They gotta get more thug like. They gotta get in trouble. They got to do things like, you know what I'm saying, be dangerous. Like, to be honest though, being a thug and being dangerous don't come with no cool shit. You could be a cool thug that got the money, or you could be a dude, you know what I'm saying, that's out here doing dangerous shit, broke as hell. There's a lot of broke ass niggas out here who don't got nothing going for themselves, but they thugging it and they getting women. Don't get it wrong. If you attract the guy to women, you gonna get women regardless. But being a thug, being a troublemaker, being somebody who got them like doing devilish type stuff, they're more likely to get a lot of women. And that's what some of the guys was complaining about. But in my opinion, I wouldn't even compete with them type of guys though, because at the end of the day, it really don't matter. Because if you can get women, you ain't worrying about no goddamn thugs or street niggas and none of that shit. Because I'm cool with a lot of them guys. Risking lives to get a bitch, right? I agree. There's a lot of guys out here risking their lives to get a woman. And there's a lot of guys that's risking their lives or risking their being at home to get women too, or just to be in a group of people. Because you think about it, Charleston White had said something about it. He was talking about how he was sitting up here and he said a black boy can move to a new neighborhood. And he said that if he go to school, do the right thing, stay out of trouble. Charleston White was saying that in the black community, you're going to get picked on if you're doing the right thing. You're going to go to school and you're going to do the right things. You're going to get picked on. You're going to get called a punk, a sissy, stuff like that. I mean, it's kind of crazy that in the black community, we celebrate, you know, the killing, the thug shit, the drug shit. We celebrate that type of stuff in the black community. In the black community, we would rather see the thug. We want to hear the thug story. Like, you think about some of these men who got stored, like the guy that got up on the internet and cried about this woman, you know, ditching him. He get laughed at. He get called a clown. But at the end of the day, we'll clown him, and he shouldn't have done what he did. But then it's a guy up here who will tell his story about how he went to prison, and we'll celebrate that story. And a lot of black women, and even men, we would rather celebrate the story of a guy who got out of prison and then he started doing it again. He started selling again, or he started his own business. If you're an average guy that went to college, you're not going to get respect from a lot of black men, especially if these black men think they thugs and shit. Because I've been around black guys, they weren't even tough guys, they weren't even thugs, but they thought they were that shit. And at the end of the day, when I went to college, they didn't want to give me my respect. Not saying I wanted their respect, but they wanted to try to put me in a place like I'm a cool nerd or something because I had went to school. And to me, I took it as like, oh, these niggas out here got to be hating or something. Because at the end of the day, you ain't no street nigga either. So how you going to compare me and say I'm a cool nerd or say something like that? And I ain't had no problem getting no women. I didn't have to be no street nigga or sell no drugs or get in trouble to get women. Women liked me for who I was. But at the same time, a lot of black men, when you start going to school, the first thing come out their mouth, you a nerd. So that goes back to why men try to dress like a thug and act like a thug. I remember one time I had told this chick I was an electrician. First thing that came out her mouth, she was like, you electrician, you one of them nerds. And that's the part about the black community that's fucked up. And I'm not talking about black people overseas. I'm talking about black people in America. Black women, black men in America, we celebrate the devilish shit. We don't celebrate no good shit. We want to see a nigga selling drugs. You ain't cool if you ain't got no ounce of crack in your pocket. You ain't cool if you ain't out here slinging on the side of the street. And then the women that go to church, they don't want no good guys in the church until they get old as hell. They really want to fuck with dudes in the street too. You look at, I've talked to a lot of women that went to church or grew up in the church. Most of them, they niggas out in the streets. They dating the opposite of them. And some people believe opposites attract. My thing is, you dated them type of guys until you got 35. Then once you got 35, you want a good guy because you want somebody to take care of your kids, or you want somebody to heal your pain from them abortions, them, or you having kids, or you ain't got nobody there. A lot of these women date these niggas from the street. I ain't saying nothing wrong with dating nobody from the street or no reputation. My thing is, why don't you marry them type of guys? Why don't you stick with them guys? Why don't you make them take care of your kids? So these women go out here with the mistakes they make, which everybody make mistakes, but I had to just call out the situation because I see it all the time. These women choose bad men and bad guys all the way up to they 35, and then now they want a nigga to take care of their kids. I don't understand that shit. So, you know what I'm saying? If you want to look like a bad boy, it's going to get you women. and then you had an edge. But I'm not gonna say you have to be a bad boy to get a women. I'm not gonna say you have to be a street nigga to get women. But a lot of women like that edge and shit. I just don't understand why they switch up once they get a certain age. My thing is, and I argue with one of my homeboys, he gonna tell me that people change. I don't think people change all the time. I think a lot of these women didn't change. I think they just got old as hell. Yeah, environment does play a part, and that's why there's a difference between overseas women and women over here, because they didn't grow up believing they have to be no thug. But like the overseas women, like Chris Brown, they like 50 Cent, they like Jay-Z, they like the baby too, but they don't grow up seeing their men selling drugs and thugging in the streets. So it's a difference. You're right, McQueen. Environment matters though, but at the same time though, it's crazy though, because you can have a lot of women have a father who try to guide them and date the right men, a mother that tries to guide them and date the right men. And a lot of these women are be rebellious against their father. If their father a good guy, they probably ain't gonna like no good guys. Because at the end of the day, if the father's a good guy, they probably ain't gonna want to date nobody like their father. Because like I remember one time I had this dude try to put me on his daughter. And this other one was talking about she got daughters. And the daughters, I really don't want to be put on nobody's daughters, because the guy's daughter had probably thought I was a good guy and I was going to come into the situation and take care of her situation. Because the dude's daughter had got pregnant by a married man. So by him trying to put me on her, she probably looked at me like, oh, he going to be this nigga who's going to come in the situation and take care of my kid that I have by a married man. I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm not that type of guy. I ain't taking care of nobody's kids, especially if you ain't got pregnant by a married guy. And I ain't taking care of nobody's kids but my own kids. But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? I ain't really knocking nobody by their choices. I just don't understand why people switch up when they get a certain age, though. You know what I'm saying? Let me know what y'all think about that, though. Do y'all understand why women switch up once they get a certain age? We say it's because the women have grown. Some women have grown. But if you've been dating these type of men from 18 to 35, why when you get 35, you don't want them no more? Why you don't marry a thug? Why can't you settle down with a thug? Because those type of guys usually be in prison, jail. They don't always turn their life around. Like you got thugs and shit that turn their life around. You got men out here who come out of prison who make better their life. And that's good. We want people to change. But at the same time, though, it's crazy how we'll listen to the stories of a man who got out of prison. We up here in awe, like, oh, I like it's one dude on the internet named Grassa Hunting or something on Facebook. He changed his life. He married and shit with kids, but he was in the streets, went to prison and shit. Everybody act like his story was so great. Only reason his story was great because he went to prison. Why can't the nigga who went to college, who avoided prison, have a great story? If you avoided prison, went to college, did right, you ain't got no great story. Nobody wants to hear the boring story of a nigga who went to college and did the right thing. These women and men want to hear the story of a nigga who went to prison, a nigga that sold drugs and shit like that. That's why we fucked up as a community. And that's why I'm doing a video on how to look like a bad boy to get women. Because we know women want those type of guys. I'm telling you, man, a lot of... why do you think John Moran acting the way he acted? John Moran a million fucking air. This motherfucker is rich. And he in the NBA trying to be a thug, holding gun. This nigga about to lose his money, lose his career. And he up here trying to be a thug. Like, nigga, you shouldn't have to be no thug. You in the NBA. Ain't no way in the hell I'm in the NBA making millions of dollars. Yeah, boring ass good guy. Like, don't get it wrong. These women will fuck with a good guy, but they gonna give him a hard time and shit. There's women out here who done told me how they ain't slept with these thug niggas or some nigga from the street. She'll get that nigga the ass as soon as she see him. Like, it's been women who told me they slept with the thug nigga, didn't give him, he ain't had to take her to dinner, he ain't had to do shit. All he had to do was fuck. But then when she get with a good guy, he got to take on several dates. Right. I agree with McQueen, though. He said distorted perception of masculinity. The masculinity is fucked up in America because our ancestors didn't have to do this shit. Women don't know the difference between masculinity and a nigga going to prison. Women are looking for masculine men, and they see masculine men in prison. They see masculine men who dress like thugs, that act like thugs, and do crime. That's why women feel more protected by thug dudes, because a lot of them dudes that's goddamn doing the thug shit and doing crimes, people are scared of them. If you out here taking people's lives, robbing people, stealing and selling drugs, you probably scare other people. Not always drug dealers, but you got violent dudes in the street. They scare other people. So women will rather be with a dangerous dude who scare other people than be with a good guy who probably don't scare nobody. You know what I'm saying? And that's the fucked up thing about it, but not overseas. So I can respect why men are going overseas to Africa, Colombia, Jamaica. Black men are getting tired of this stuff. You don't got to dress like no thug to get no women in no foreign city. You don't got to be tough in no foreign city. I mean, you can be yourself overseas. So I respect how the dudes go overseas and they like, I'm trying to find a new way. I'm tired of this American woman shit. I'm tired of this shit, and I can't blame them though. You know what I'm saying? That's why I ain't knocking no dudes to go over there. I just knock dudes that act like they can't get women in America, because you can get women in America if you work on yourself. But I would say don't try to be somebody you're not, and don't compete with guys in the streets, because at the end of the day, I had a lot of women that like me, and they dated street guys. These black women will date you if you a cool guy. You don't have to be a thug. You don't got to have tattoos. I ain't never had no tattoos. They will date you. But most of them prefer dangerous men. I mean, I've seen plenty of women that's dating these guys and shit. Like, I hear women who will get mad at you for saying something, but then that man punching them side of the head, calling them names. So we know the perception and we know what's going on. And it's sad though. But I see 10 people in here, man. Make sure y'all hit that like. Make sure y'all hit that share. Make sure y'all subscribe, man. I'm about to go to the next video so we can get it popping. So let me play the next video.
True.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna start at the 5-minute mark, man. He gonna teach y'all how to be a bad boy and how to dress like a bad boy. You know what I'm saying? He gonna teach y'all some shit.
You feel me? The next thing is wear hood attire. And y'all gonna be like, Underdog, what is hood attire? Listen, hood attire is very simple. Let me give y'all some of the key pillars in hood attire. Number one, snapbacks. When you wear a snapback, just put a snapback on. Look in the mirror, put a snapback on. You're going to look like you move work.
Now, you heard him, though. He said wear snapback hats. He said you look in the mirror, you wear a snapback, and that's going to make you look more thugged out. What's y'all opinion on that? He's saying the more you dress like it, you can fool these women into believing you some kind of tough guy. So, you know what I'm saying?
You're going to literally look like you sell coke. You're going to look like you deal weed. You're going to look like you do all of it. Just put on a snapback.
Now, I'm going to tell you what's so sad about what he's saying right now. He's saying you put a snapback on, you're going to look like you sell coke, weed, you're going to look like a drug dealer. That's sad, because I used to wear snapbacks, but I never looked at it in that way. I like to wear snapback hats because I thought it was cool. I like the, you know what I mean, the coolness to it. But it's sad that dressing like that and the women going to think you a drug dealer. It's sad, man. Make it make sense that our women are fucked up in America because they see a nigga wearing a snapback, they thinking drug dealer. They thinking a thug nigga. I'm telling you, man, you gotta be careful marrying a lot of these women or dating a lot of these women out here, because they want sorry ass niggas at the end of the day. They want some shit that ain't gonna be long term. And this is crazy.
You know what I'm saying? As soon as I put on the snapback, they be like, you look like you from the hood. You look like a gangster. You know what I'm saying? That's what everybody, I be like, man, all I did was put on the hat. I put the hat on, they think I'm a thug.
Now, it's crazy how a hat can change the perception of who you is as a man. What is wrong with our women, bro? You walking around here got to put a damn hat on and look like a thug and shit. Like, it's sad, though, because, I mean, I would say men do it so it can help you with women, but it's sad that women are, well, American women, look at you and say, well, this nigga got a hat on. He got his hat turned around backwards, so this nigga a thug. You ain't got to do none of that shit with no foreign women. Foreign women don't give a damn if you wear a hat or not. They like you for who you are. You know what I'm saying? It's sad that you got to do this type of shit.
They think I'm a thug. Because the thing is, I wear the hat backwards. And listen, I might add some pictures up in here. I might. Keyword might. But y'all got my Instagram, man. And for the most part, I shouldn't have to sit here and put damn presentation after presentation. Y'all know what the hell I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? So you have to wear, you know what I'm saying, hood attire. And snapbacks have the snapback pointing in direction like backwards. You know what I'm saying? That is very, don't for 1 second think that that's not attractive. Women love that. You know, they love it when guys wear those snapbacks wearing backwards and stuff like that. They love it, man. Had the earrings in the chain. They love that stuff, especially black women.
See, especially black women. So guys, if you want to get more black women, put the hood hat on, turn it backwards, wear earrings, wear chains, nigga, even sag for that shit. It's crazy that black women, American black, we got to specify this, American black women, and they might not like what I'm saying, but a lot of the shit he telling true. Because I used to hear this guy, he was a dating coach. He said a lot of these men need to stop wearing their hats backward. It look like some thug shit. Now, if you want to attract women that are not into the thug shit, he said, where is he from? I don't know, man. I'm going to have to look it up. I'm not really sure where he's from, though. But if you want to attract black women, you probably are more likely to do thug shit. Because if you try to be a clean, nice-looking, decent guy, you can still get black women, but you better stay away from them hood chicks. Or you better stay, I mean, my bad, you better stay away from a lot of black women. Because if you're trying to do the right thing, they're probably not going to be attracted to you. Unless you're a very attractive guy. If you're a very attractive guy, you can get away without being a fucking thug and shit like that. You ain't got to goddamn sell no coke, no weed, and be in the streets. You know what I'm saying? But it just all depends on what kind of man you are.
You know, they really love that, man. And you'll notice that just throughout the, you know what I'm saying, the hoods and just the areas where a lot of black women typically would be. You notice that those guys that be having those snapbacks on, stuff like that, they really be attracting those women. Also, I say this, any type of tank top, jersey, something like that. Get you some type of tank top, guys. Some type of tank top, jersey, whatever the case may be.
Now, I'm going to tell y'all an example, man. When I went to Myrtle Beach Bike Week, I didn't have no fitty cap on, but I had on a tank top with tats. It changed the game. It was women who normally wouldn't give me their number, gave me their number because they thought I was thugged out. They seen them tats on my arm. They probably thought I went to prison. But it comes with consequences, though. Because when I had the tank top on with the tats, it also gives a different vibration towards the men who thugging it. So you might get more women, but be careful, because when I had on them tattoos, them fake tattoos on, when I had on the tank top in South Carolina, I had a dude walk by me, and he was like looking at me like he wanted beef. He looked at me, he didn't even know me. He thought he wanted beef, though. He wanted to fight me. And I ain't even do nothing to him. Just by me having tank top on and tattoos, the man wanted to fight me. He was talking about he about to go get him a black beater, a red beater, some shit. So, you know what I'm saying? It comes both ways. I'm not saying there's always going to be danger. But if you start trying to dress with the thug image, it's going to help you with the women. But it also might hurt you with you having more problems, though. Because it's men out here that's going to look at you and be like, yo, who this nigga think he is? He think he tough and shit. Man, y'all need to know how to be charismatic. We know charismatic part of it. I mean, I'm not the one having a problem, but there's a lot of men out here having a problem. Charismatic means some shit, but everybody don't know how to be charismatic. It's easy to say than do. You know what I'm saying? So for the guys that don't know how to be charismatic, they probably do need to put on a 50 cap. They probably do need to get tattoos because it will help them. Everybody ain't charismatic, bro. Everybody don't got a great personality. So, you know what I'm saying? There's a few men out here that know how to be charismatic and shit, but most men don't know how to do that shit. And then at the end of the day, being charismatic ain't going to probably pull you a whole lot of black women. You might get other type of women. At the end of the day, those women like certain type of dudes. Not all of them, but a lot of them.
Shows skin, because you have to think about it, guys. When you have a tank top or something like that on, man, you walk around with a different level of confidence, with a different level of authority. You know, you look more like a bad boy when you walk around with a tank top or something like that on, man. Because I'm gonna be real with you guys. A lot of men out here don't even have the balls to even walk around with a tank top or a jersey on. Some of them are so insecure they won't even do that. You know. Why do you think when you put a tank top on, even you, like you were then, you feel different? Y'all know what I'm.
That's wild though what he's saying about how you wear a jersey and tank top that changes you. Because when I was younger, we used to wear tank tops all the time, and we never looked at it with that type of perception. We just wore them because it was probably a style though, but that shit was projecting a different type of opinion, like, oh, I'm thugged out, I'm tough and shit. It's crazy that something like that, something so simple, because wearing a tank top don't mean you gotta be a thug. I would advise guys, if you want to have another kind of image, listen to what this brother is saying, because it might help you if you don't got no game, no charismatic ways about you, if you don't know how to talk. But at the same time, you shouldn't have to do this to get women. But he's right though. Women like this type of stuff, and it's just part of the game.
I'm talking about you put a tank top or a jersey or something on, you just feel different from the crowd, man. Especially when you got a nice physique with it. You feel different from the crowd, and you walk with a different, you know what I'm saying, a different oomph about yourself, you know what I'm saying, a different authority. And you easily notice that, man. Look at any guy that has a tank top on, man. They walk with a different authority, you know, they move different. And lastly, I'll say this: tattoos. Tattoos make you look like a bad boy. It's probably damn near the number one in my opinion. Tattoos make you look like a bad boy, guys. Women love tattoos. You got tattoos, you tatted up, it just looks like you're built for war.
And you see that? Tattoos is what women like. And a lot of guys get tattoos just so they can get women. A lot of these guys out here get tattoos so they can get women. And it's crazy though. And that's why these women, I'm gonna tell you why black women end up being single mothers, not getting married, and falling for this bullshit, because they are obsessed with the thug look. And these men are out here playing the fuck out of them. Because a lot of these guys ain't thugs. Some of these guys are thugs. They just dressing and acting like this to get them. And at the end of the day, these be horrible people sometimes. They be people that don't even want your ass. They just want sex from you. And then I wonder why these black women always come up short, because you chasing niggas like he talking about. And then you getting food and shit. And then at the end of the day, you can't even, them niggas don't even want to be with you. Because them same guys who portraying this image in the street, they don't want to be with you. They looking for the next sex. They looking for the next woman to mess with. And these women are falling for this shit. And then they think at the end of the day, I'm supposed to get a good guy. You know what I'm saying? A lot of single moms out here fucking dudes off of image. Exactly. A lot of single mothers, or a lot of women who have became single mothers for fucking dudes off image, fucking dudes for selling drugs, fucking niggas for you know what I'm saying, for being a thug in the street. And then at the end of the day, they fuck with these type of women, and then these type of men, and then they wonder why they single mothers. But you notice when it's time to get married, they do not chase the nigga with the tats, the hat backwards. They chase good guys.
You know, especially when you're not just purely tatted up everywhere. When you got certain tattoos, man, you just look like you are very masculine. You look like you just have an edge about yourself. You look like you just been through some trials and tribulations of life. And that is how a prototypical bad boy would look. They have some tattoos, man. And I'm telling y'all right now, y'all know how it is. Women get wet off of tattoos. They get wet off of tattoos, dog. Especially when they look good and they done, you know what I'm saying, pretty good. But yeah, man, tattoos is definitely another way you can look like a bad boy. Like, I give y'all one of the number one tattoos that I've noticed that women really go crazy for, that really just make you look like a bad boy, is a neck tattoo. Man, you get a neck.
He said that shit, a neck tattoo. Women love them neck tattoos. That's why someone like my nephew, my homeboy, they got them neck tattoo cousin and shit. They were getting them shits for women. I'm telling you, man, like, I don't feel sorry for black women that's chasing this image, chasing these dudes and chasing shit like that. I don't feel bad for them women. All I say is, if you a black woman and you were chasing this type of image, keep that same energy when your ass get old. Keep that same energy when you a single mother. Keep that same energy when you got them 3 baby daddies in the hole. Keep that same image when you had 3 abortions. Because at the end of the day, if you do not like a good guy, don't pretend like you like woman. You looking for support, security, and you looking for a man to take care of your kids. Go make that motherfucker you were having kids with take care of your kids. Go find another thug nigga to take care of your kids. See, a lot of women like to have fun with these type of guys, but they ain't going to fuck with a good guy until it's time to settle down. Because them damn thug niggas ain't settling down with them women. They not going to settle because the thug niggas want the best too. They just getting your ass pregnant. You pretty much going to be a side chick or his baby mama. That's all these women are becoming. These black women that's fucking with this image and these type of dudes, they becoming side chicks, baby mamas. They making these chicks have abortions. They don't got no respect for them. And then at the end of the day, it's some good guy sucker simp out here who will come along and now all of a sudden she want him. She was in the church. The guy wanted to date her. Her parents wanted her to date him. She didn't want him. She was chasing the thug nigga, fucking the thug niggas. But when her ass get 35 with 4 baby daddies, now she ready to go back to the church dude. If he's stupid, he'll be with her. But you know, I mean, and that's the reality. That's not all black women, but majority of black women in America like that type. Like, think about if you talk to most black women and ask them what type of men they fuck with back in the day. I guarantee it's been some sorry ass niggas who didn't want to be with them, who didn't like them, and they love that image. And then at the end of the day, they want a good guy. I ain't getting no tap for no chick. Exactly. I wouldn't get no tap for no chick either. That's lame as hell, but dudes do it all the time though.
Tattoo, these women be going crazy. They be going crazy, man. And you just look more like a bad boy, man, with that tattoo on your neck. I'm telling you guys. But listen, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Also subscribe if you're new, coming down below. And I'm out.
But like you're right, Sean Woods. You ain't gotta get no tats for no women to like you though. But you can do one thing though. You can put on them damn fake tattoos and fool these women. You know what I'm saying? The fake tattoos will fool these women. But it's crazy though, because at the end of the day though, a lot of these women are being fooled by image though. Can you knock the guys for that? Can y'all knock the guys for that shit? Because at the end of the day, if they fooling y'all with an image, then that's on y'all. I'm just trying to understand. Like, I wish some women, I got to get some women on the show because I see the men's opinions about things. I got to get some women on the show so we can find out why do y'all like thug niggas. Like, I know this chick I was working with. She said she love a thug nigga. My thing is, ain't nothing wrong with liking what you like. I just don't understand why you don't keep that same energy when it's time to settle down. When your ass is washed up, hit the wall, you overweight, all of a sudden you ain't in your youth anymore. Now you want a good guy. I just don't understand that shit though. How you want a good guy when you 40 years old? What happened to want a good guy when you was 25? When you were 25, you was running around with these bad boys, getting pregnant, having abortions, having sex with everybody. But as soon as you get ready to settle down, now I want me a good guy. And then you got these dudes out here that believe that these women, they believe these women have changed. No, people don't change most likely. A lot of people don't change. They usually get old and they are forced to change. Once we start getting old, we are forced to change. You can't be out here whoring around if you goddamn getting old. You can't be a street nigga thug no more if you're getting old. And I'm not saying people don't change. I can't see a person liking something all the way to 40 and then they talking about, I want a good guy now. Or if you got a dude who like, if this man like prostitutes and whores from 18 all the way to 40 and now he's saying he want a good woman. Nigga, you don't want no good woman. You just goddamn getting old and your ass goddamn needs somebody that goddamn gonna do right by you. You're getting tired of that damn fast life shit. All I'm saying is, men, don't let these women have their best years with other men and then come back to you and goddamn try to give you their worst years. What constitutes a good guy in your opinion? I mean, I don't really know though. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really don't know. Like, I would say probably a good guy might be somebody who stay out of trouble and shit. Somebody who ain't out here getting in trouble, going to jail and prison. But I mean, everybody got their own opinion of the good guy. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, everybody got their own opinion of the bad guy. I've heard people say that this bad guy got good qualities. How can someone get the courage to approach plus size women? Man, if you want to approach women. All women the same. Ain't no difference. If you want to approach women, approach women. Time for that stepdaddy nice guy simp. Exactly. But Aunt McQueen made a good point. What constitutes a good guy? You know what I'm saying? Women can probably give a better opinion on that shit. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's been a lot of guys like that dude I did a video on. He seemed like he was a good guy. He was doing everything for this woman, and the woman just didn't want him. But she used him. I mean, he could have been a bad person, but he came out as a good guy because the way he acted, what he wanted, and how he carried himself. At the end of the day, McQueen, I feel like a lot of women do not want no cornball. And I'm not saying the guy was cornball. If you come off as some cornball, if you come off as some guy that ain't got no danger to you, a lot of women don't want to date you. And then a lot of women not gonna feel safe with you. You heard the dude in the video say wearing tattoos and having tank tops, having that 50 cap, it makes you more masculine. So what I think going on, Aunt McQueen, I think what it is, like what you said earlier, I think the perception of masculinity is screwed up and twisted and fucked up in America. I think that's why a lot of black people have died, a lot of single mothers. You think about it, when it comes to single mothers in America, black women lead. When it comes to abortions, black women lead. When it comes to black men going to prison, going to jail and dying, black people lead in the most horrific categories in the world. We lead in the most horrific categories. And it's because of the choices we made. You know what I'm saying? And it's because in America, like, you ain't gonna go to Africa, you ain't gonna go overseas, and them women talking about, I want a thug nigga. You ain't gonna hear no woman saying that. You might hear 2%, 3%, 4%, 5% of women overseas say they want a thug nigga. Because women overseas know what masculinity is. They know that a man that's masculine is a man who knows how to lead and take care of his family, someone who is strong, a leader. Women over here believe that a leader is a motherfucker getting out of prison who can go whoop somebody goddamn ass. Women are looking for leaders with men with tattoos. And I bet you money a lot of these women who are chasing this image either don't have a father, never had a father, or they didn't have a good relationship with their father. But you heard Austin dude say that white women, Latinos ain't as into the hood niggas. Exactly. Because they are different than us. They are more like so, but you got to be able to get Latino and white women. He said that the R&B look he do get him white women. That's weird as hell. So women, the R&B look got him white women, Latinos. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, yes, white women, Latinos, overseas women, they probably more likely don't care about their thug image. But black American women, they care about this shit. But like I said, I ain't trying to goddamn, I'm only telling the truth about what everybody's saying. Not all black women in America love thugs, but I guarantee you, I noticed one thing too, like, I mean, I ain't never had no problem getting no women, but doing this channel, being a player, that's another way to get women too. If you want to get women and you don't want to go to prison, go to jail, be a player. If you project yourself as a man that has a lot of women, black women love that shit. Women love that shit. A woman do not want to be with a man who cannot get other women. If you can project yourself as a man that has a lot of women, who has no problem getting women, if you are desired by other women, women love that shit. Why you think, man, I hear Hispanic dude, this Hispanic dude told me when I was working with him, he said that his cousin married, and he said that when he got married, more women wanted him once he got married. That's a sorry ass quality. Women want you more when you're not available. Women want a man that somebody else got. Women want a man that somebody else want. Like I knew this black woman. She said that it was a due to her job. I probably talked about this before. And the woman said that it was the worst marriage of her life. He cheated on her like a dog. But you know what's so funny? When she met him, every woman wanted this man. He was sleeping with different women. So she seen that every woman wanted him, and she knew he was fucking with other women. So when she finally got him, she thought that she was gonna be able to change him, and she ended up marrying a man who cheated on her like a dog. He didn't have no respect for her. But this is what women want. Women want to change men. That's why they get with thugs and bad guys and niggas out of prison. They want somebody that they can change. I believe that's human nature. For some, like it's subconscious affirmation. If it's human nature, why it ain't happening in Africa? Why it ain't happening in Jamaica? Why it ain't happening in overseas? I don't think human nature says go get you a thug nigga. That don't make sense. That means human nature is fucked up in America with the black community, because human nature ain't gonna say thug niggas. That don't make no sense. Like, that means we got human nature fucked up. Yeah, human nature, a woman wants a masculine man. Human nature, a man wants a feminine woman. But how are our women getting masculine mixed up with prison? You telling me that a prison man is more masculine than a goddamn man who went to college? How is that so? It doesn't make any sense. So that means by nature, I believe we know by nature, men supposed to be masculine and women supposed to be feminine. But nature is not going to tell you to date a motherfucker that came out of prison. And if women in America think that a masculine man is only dudes that sell drugs and get in trouble, the world screwed up. I seen a lot of dudes who were not masculine sell drugs. Nigga couldn't even fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't understand it though. And that's another thing that can get you black women too. I'm not talking about a woman on the thug. I'm talking about your point about people finding others who are already taking the side. Okay, yeah, you right. My bad, bro. My bad. That could be nature. That could be nature. What's up, Elios Edge? What's up, bro? But you right, Pop. Aunt McQueen, you right about that. And that's a different topic now. Yeah, people pretty much being desired. But my thing is by nature, women want what somebody else want. And don't get it wrong, men want what somebody else want. If a man see a woman that somebody else has, men are attracted to women that are already taken too. But men know how to control themselves better than women, I believe. I mean, there's a lot of dudes out here messing around with somebody's woman or man and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, if you get married and you got a wedding ring, what make the women want to fuck with you? Why is nature pushing these women to fuck with you? Why is women pushing nature for a woman to want to marry a man? I mean, maybe it's a misconception or something. Niggas dying for ass. I agree with that shit. And the crazy thing about it though, like, I think it's like a confusion too. I think when women see this man married, they feel like he's taken, so they might want him even more. Just like the guy that I read the book. What's the name of that book? I can't think of. Art of Seduction. Art of Seduction is a good book to read because it would teach you things that the dude was talking in the video, and it would teach you things that I'm talking about right now that y'all talking about. Because one of the things that was in the book of Art of Seduction, it was saying that if you can make women believe that you're very desirable, they will like you. That's another quality that men don't know how to do either. They do not know how to make themselves desirable. If you learn how to make yourself desirable to the opposite sex, you don't have to worry about being a thug. You don't have to worry about committing crimes. You ain't got to worry about losing your life or almost losing your life. You have to learn how to make yourself desirable. And that goes with how you dress, how you carry yourself. If you can get out here and you look like every woman wants you, you're going to pull more women. Women do not want a guy who can't get no ass, who can't get no women. That's why if a guy walking around here and she thinks he don't get no women, she less likely to fuck with him. If a woman wants to date a guy who can't get a woman, she just looking for a bitch. She looking for somebody she can run the fuck over top of. That's all that is. Yeah, I'm gonna open up the panel now. My bad, bro. I should have been opening up the panel. I'm gonna let y'all come up here and talk. I forgot all about opening up the panel. But yeah, man, if y'all want to come up here and talk, come up here and talk. Damn, for some reason, okay, there you go. All right, I'll put the link in the description, man. K-Frame Classic, appreciate the donation, man. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate the support, bro. You know what I'm saying? But make sure y'all hit that like, share, subscribe. Make sure y'all donate to the channel. Make sure y'all, man, you know what I'm saying? Come and hit up the panel. Come up here and talk, man. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's opinion matters. Everybody got their different opinion. All right, yeah, come up here and chop it up with me, bro. And at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Everybody not going to agree either. Everybody got a different opinion. Everybody going to have their own personality. Everybody going to think differently. But at the end of the day, I respect everybody's opinion. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you know, some people probably don't agree with my perception. And I'm pretty sure it's going to be women up here that feel like I'm shitting on the black woman or women. I'm not shitting on black women. I'm only telling reality because I've seen some of these things. I've seen what black women want. Being cool, an image matters to black women more than it would matter to a foreign black woman or would it matter to a white woman or a Latino. Image matters, man. I'm telling you, that image is serious. And that's why having an image will help you out. But at the same time, it doesn't mean you have to be that type of person. It doesn't mean you got to do that. It's other ways to get women. Like I said, man, learn how to project yourself as a desirable man. Learn how to project yourself as very desirable because it matters. Because the more desirable you are, the better you can do. These young ones under 25 love that shit. Exactly. But Throne 2010, what you think about the ones who in their 30s? Do they still love that shit or they just goddamn settling? Because I think a lot of those 30-year-old women like that shit too. I think they just getting old as hell and they start goddamn thinking like, man, I can't fuck with that type of shit because I'm getting old. But at the end of the day though, if you want to get more women, if you want to become more desirable to women, learn how to make yourself more desirable to women. Learn how to have more women liking you. Date women. Go out here. I mean, I'm gonna tell you the best route. If you're a single man and you have issues getting a woman, try to be a player. Go for the player lifestyle because you'll find your girlfriend or wife faster. Because if you out here playing the field and you have several women, you will find a wife faster. They gotta stop down at that sucker at 0. They gotta strap down at that sucker at 0. Right. 30. But you know what I'm saying? Man, make sure y'all hit that like, share, subscribe, brother. Make sure y'all donate to the channel, man. Show some love. Hit that cash app. You know what I'm saying? Y'all show some love to the channel. I put the link in the description if you want to come up here and talk. I gotta stop talking a little bit. My mouth's starting to get dry. But you know what I'm saying? I can replay some of the videos y'all want me to. But all I'm saying is, dude said it. You want to get women? Follow the bad boy route. And I ain't no big Miss Lucario fan, but Miss Lucario would agree. Bad boy is Miss Lucario's group. Miss Lucario promotes being a bad boy because Miss Lucario know women love bad boys. Have you tried to change your swag for women? Man, pretty much no, because I try to look cool so I can fit in with my friends and shit. I never really thought about changing my image for women though. I used to just do stuff that I seen people. I used to like follow celebrities and shit like that. We used to see like a nigga on TV do some cool shit, and we would try to dress like him so we would be cool. I think it was more likely you were trying to be cool with your friends though. I never really looked at it as a woman thing though. You know what I'm saying? But I'm pretty sure the shit I was doing, women liked it. Because if you're trying to dress like Chris Brown, Usher, 50 Cent, Jay-Z, it's going to get you women because women desire the rap R&B images. Women love rappers and R&B. So I'm pretty sure my swag that I was trying to perceive back when I was young catered to the black woman. You know what I'm saying? But I never really changed my image or swag for a woman. I never did that. Now I did start wearing earrings in my ear. I never did that too for black women either. I did it because I heard that it makes your face look clear. It make you look cooler. The only reason I got 2 earrings in my ear is because I was following the rappers. I was wearing big clothes. I was wearing big baggy jeans. All that shit was the rapper and R&B image. It was the style back then. So yes, that style gets you women because women gonna follow that shit. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna tell you what's so funny though. When I started going to college and working at this job I was working, I left that image alone. I started wearing button-up shirts, like the 2-piece button-up shirt, 3-piece button-up shirts. I would wear tennis shoes and some pants, and I still was able to get women. I used to come to work with a robot that I was doing for electrical. I would have on a button-up shirt, pants, and tennis shoes, and women still like me. Women were coming up to me and they were saying shit like, how you program that robot? What you do in class today? They didn't give a damn about programming no robot or what I did in class. But this is not every man's. This is not every man though. And I'm not trying to brag or anything. I'm just telling you what went for me. Like I think tattoos and shit probably would have helped me, but I also think it would have got me in some shit. Probably would have got me fucked up too, because the dudes gonna pay attention to that shit too, and you more likely to get into it with dudes if you walking around here with tattoos anyway. But I learned that for me, I could goddamn put on the goddamn khaki pants, a button-up shirt, and hold a goddamn book bag, and women still fuck with me. Because I came to work every day after school. Book bag, robot, books, studying, and women still wanted to fuck with me. They would come by and say, what you studying? Can I read that book with you? So I was fortunate that I didn't have to deal with it. But I'm pretty sure if I had took the thug life or took the thug image, it would have took my shit to the next level. But at the same time, when I was younger, it didn't really help me much. It didn't really, I felt like it didn't help me. I didn't have tattoos, but I wore the 50 caps. I wore a certain type of pants and clothes. I don't feel like it helped me but so much. It really didn't matter though. You know what I'm saying? So for some people it might help, some people it might matter. I think for a lot of people, man, that shit ain't gonna help you at all. You either got it or you don't got it. You know what I'm saying? Yo. What's good, Prime? I can barely hear you, bro.
Yo.
Oh, yeah, I hear you. Damn, I ain't even know you was there. And I gotta pay. When I got all these things up here, man, I can't see people. I gotta bring this shit down so I can see people. I know Ant said he was coming up here. But man, what's your opinion on the topic tonight?
Yeah, I mean, you can't. Hey, that's the way to get them, man. If you wanna go there right.
But be honest though, I don't know if you used to wear a tank top back then. I used to wear tank tops and 50 caps and shit. I never thought about this.
Yeah, I used to wear white beaters.
I never thought about it was making me look like a thug. I never thought about this shit. I thought it was just like it felt cool, it felt good. You know, I was more like probably muscular a little bit. I just wore it because I didn't care. My homeboy, he was skinny. I mean, I just felt like it just was cool. But he's saying that it projects a tougher outcome. Do you think that shit make you look more masculine than wear a tank top?
I mean, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I can't say for sure, but maybe so. I ain't gonna say he's wrong.
It's still summertime. I might do some pickups with some tank tops. I got some tank tops. I don't even wear the shit. I might do. I ain't gonna even wear no tank top, no tattoos. But I'm gonna do more pickup with some tank tops. I'm gonna see if that shit fucking matter. But did it help your game back in the day? Having tank tops on, 50 caps.
I can't really say, man. You know what I'm saying? I just did. I ain't really. Like you said, I ain't do it for the bitches, man. I just did it to be cool.
Right, and that's why it's crazy that people are pointing it out. I never did it for the bitches either. I never wore cool clothes for women. I'm not saying I ain't like women. I was doing stuff, probably following other people, celebrities, most likely. Everybody was following celebrities, so they was doing shit they was doing.
Because I remember when I started wearing Jordans a lot. Well, when I go out, man, most of the time somebody complimented me on the shoes, man, is a dude. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Just like some kicks I got right now. Them motherfuckers cost $19. They ain't even name brand. Mostly dudes compliment on this shit. But I mean, you know what I'm saying? I do think tattoos. I noticed that when I went to the beach, tattoos did help me pull a different type of women. Because those women probably thought I was a street nigga. But it also brought a negative stuff with the men, though. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. One dude was looking at me, trying to eye me down. One nigga walked by me talking about some stupid shit. So it comes with different energy when you wear tattoos and shit if you don't watch it. If you wear them thug tattoos, that shit come with some different energy. It might get you some women, but it also might get you some shit with some niggas from the streets.
You saying this shit can backfire on you?
I mean, it just be dangerous. Like, it's dangerous, I feel like, because when I was at the beach, that dude walked by me. I had on them tattoos. They were kind of thuggish. I ain't do shit. He was like, man, talking about he got to go get his beater. I was like, what the fuck you talking about? Then I remember when I was at the strip, a dude was staring me down, looking at me, like, you know what I'm saying, trying to damn see who the strongest man. I'm like,
that's some nigga shit right there.
Right. It ain't gonna happen if you ain't got them damn tattoos on. They weren't doing that shit before. So they probably felt like I was stronger and tougher. So he right. Tattoos probably make you look more masculine because, like you said, it's some nigga shit. Niggas take masculinity in that type of shit. So they thought I was more masculine with the tattoo. They're like, okay, I got a goddamn
yeah, man. Before I hopped on here, man, I was watching a video on YouTube where these women, right? They were going into these they were doing like a matchup thing for the dudes and the chicks. And the chicks was like, man, I like them tattoos. She was like, yeah, damn, them shits go hard. I'm like, okay. I like them shit. Hey, it was working for them.
But you see, you heard the dude said about the neck tats. I want to go back and ask a lot of people who get them neck tats why they got them shits.
Yeah.
Them neck tats, goddamn, they say women like this shit.
Yeah.
It's crazy though, because I had a homeboy back home. He had the coolest image you can think of. He had one of the coolest images. He dressed like them goddamn niggas on TV. He had the tats. He did everything to carry that image, but he had no game whatsoever. But he could get women, and I'm thinking the reason why women liked him because he put out an image of being a thug. But he was not a thug though. But he didn't have the game to match that shit. He didn't have the game to bag up that shit. You know what I'm saying? What's good, McQueen?
What's going on with you, gents? What up?
Chilling, man. Chilling. Man, what's your opinion on the topic?
Oh shit, I think it's actually a little nuanced. I don't see it as being like this one black and white thing, like, because again, you just said something that was very key, right? Which is the whole, I guess you could say like friendship component, if you want to call it that. Like, you got a lot of dudes who dress a certain way because they're trying to fit in with their friends or the social crowd, the in crowd.
Right.
So it's not just this influence that women have on dudes. Like, you got to dress like this to get women. And like I was saying before too, the whole environmental component of it too, whereas if this is what you're accustomed to being around, let's face it, a black woman growing up in the hood, how likely is she to be around the doctor, lawyer, and white collar type of dude?
Right. And then them type of dudes probably ain't gonna want them type of women. I mean, you know what I'm saying? They might, because I heard women say stuff like, dude wouldn't fuck with her because, he probably was around different type of women. You like, environment do matter. It's like, environment matter, but you got women out here who never grew up in the hood and they still like this shit. They seen it on TV. So TV matter too, though. BET, rap on TV, gangster shit. If you black, but most black women probably have desire to thug once in their life, but they seen it on TV. Tupac, for example, Jada Pinkett married Will Smith, but she really wanted to be with somebody like Tupac. She didn't want to be with Will Smith, but she settled for him. And at the end of the day, I think she got pregnant by him, and her family made her marry him or some shit like that. I heard, but her best friend was Tupac. Tupac just didn't want to be with Jada Pinkett. So I think if Tupac had wanted to be with Jada Pinkett, she probably would have been with him instead, because that's probably who she desired the most. And that's cool though, you know what I'm saying? To desire what you desire. Like, everybody like what they like though. I just don't understand, like, at a certain age, people switch up what they like and stuff, and they try to say they changed or they don't like them type of people no more. I think it's just people start getting old and they feel like, man, I can't do this shit no more like that. You know what I'm saying? Or this person don't benefit you no more. Because when you get a certain age, is a thug nigga sagging, going in and out of prison gonna benefit you? He can't stay here to take care of you. He can't take care of the family. So I think a lot of people make bad decisions and then they look back at the shit. Now I'm getting older. Now they look for somebody who can take care of them and they look for comfort. So that's the only thing about it. Because like I'm not saying every thug don't go to prison. Every thug ain't locked up. Someone got their own business, still got money. But if a woman desire that type of guy, she got pregnant by him, and then he locked up. Because I think women already know when they date this type of guy, they know he's going to prison. They know he's trouble. If he's selling drugs and they dating him, they know that's his life. It's just part of it, I believe. What's y'all thoughts on that?
Well, here's the other thing too, right? Here's the other part to that. Despite somebody's current station in life, they're also human beings, right? So you might look at somebody and say, like, all right, this person's a thug, but they also may have redeeming qualities. There may be other aspects to them beyond, what we see on the surface.
That's true.
I can say from my personal experience, there's certain motherfuckers that I know that have carried guns and sold drugs, but then when they came to the crib and they met my mother, they were ultra respectful.
That's true. That is very true. That don't mean they bad people like all the way around, right? They do got respect. I agree with that. Everybody, it's people out here who ain't never hold a gun is disrespectful. I agree. Like I don't got no problem. Like it's guys out here that don't like the competition and they feel like thugs and dudes like that are taking all the women. I don't feel like that. My thing is, only thing I'm confused about, I don't care what a woman chooses to date. I just want to understand why the women don't stick with that type of guy and settle down with that type of guy. If you like that type of guy, you had kids bound, why don't you want that type of guy when you get a certain age? I don't understand that. I mean, and then the argument is they change, though. I don't think people change like that. There's no way you change. You like that your whole life. I don't think you change. I just think that it doesn't work for you anymore. It doesn't mean these people are bad. I know guys like you do in the street too. They respect, but they don't bother nobody. They help people. But let me ask y'all this question. Who you think got the better story? Do you think people want to hear about a good guy that went to school, graduated, stayed out of trouble, and graduated for college? Do you think people want to hear his story, or they want to hear a story of a dude? He might have been a good person too, but he sold drugs, went to prison, got out, and now he's trying to do better. They more likely to cater to the guy who went to prison story. His story more, exciting. He more like a hero to them. They believe like, man, this guy made it. He had worse circumstances. Like, and I see that sometimes though. Don't nobody want to hear no boring ass story. You being no good person. You know what I'm saying? That's just my opinion though. So if you a good guy that has good qualities, but you still a street dude, you still probably gonna get favored more in America. I mean, and that's why a lot of guys are going overseas being passport bros, because they ain't got called nerds and geeks. Like, I don't know if y'all watch Charleston White, but Charleston White made a good point. He said, if you're a black guy and you go to a different community and you move there, if you're a good boy who stay out of trouble, who don't do bad shit, and this goes back to your peers like influencing you, he said they'll pick on you, call you soft, call you weak, call you a bitch. They'll pretty much make you feel like I gotta do something devilish too, or them niggas ain't gonna want to fuck with me. And I've been around that type of stuff though. I've seen that happen. Niggas that went to prison over that shit. Good dudes that didn't have to go to prison went to prison because they were trying to fit a image and trying to fit in with other people. And these people didn't really like them. I mean, that's some shit that gotta stop though. Like we're gonna have to start making better decisions, because at the end of the day, just to fit into a group, I'm not gonna go out here and do no shit to go to prison. I ain't selling no drugs for no woman. I ain't selling no drugs to fit with no dudes. I ain't doing no devilish shit. I think more people need to stand by themselves and say, shit, this is who I am. And you're going to take me as I am. I feel like if more men stand by their own ground and say, this is who I am, you will have a better life and you'll be more happier than trying to be somebody else. But we know that's not the reality though. We know that's not the reality. But at the end of the day, some of my opinions might come off as judgmental. Like, I can make it to the end of the day. I have nothing against nobody from the streets. I got cousins, family member, friends. I've been around these type of people. They just like everybody else. They ain't like not no human beings. And just like the women who make the decision to become single mothers, they're human too. So we got to respect that all these people are human. But at the end of the day, I feel like a lot of people feel entitled after a certain thing too. Like, at the end of the day, if I've seen women who feel like, they're entitled, men feel like they're entitled, people you have to understand the decisions we make come with consequences. If you're a woman and if you have 4 baby daddies, you got to understand that it's going to be tougher for you to find a man that wants to be with you because you have 4 baby daddies. It don't mean you're a horrible woman. It don't mean you're a horrible person. It just means that you made bad decisions. We know you made bad decisions because ain't no way you kept making the same mistake. I can see one mistake, but if you got 4 different baby daddies, you didn't make 4 mistakes. You made one mistake and you just start doing the shit. And that's what I don't understand either. And the same thing goes for men too. If you got 5 baby mamas, we can give you a pass and say you made a mistake one time, but 5 baby mamas is not 5 mistakes. That means you like being a dude with 5 women and 5 different women and shit like that. So we gotta goddamn look at the situation and say these people like this situation. That's one thing we gotta do. We treat them as human beings, but we also gotta be like, if they like this shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna sit up here and feel sorry for somebody who got 6 baby daddies. Like, hold up, you had to like their lifestyle. Why the fuck you got 6 baby daddies? You telling me you ain't grown enough to understand and stop opening your legs to different men? I mean, what's y'all thoughts on that? What's y'all opinions?
Again, personally, I think it's one of those things that's very nuanced. Some people, they like the drama. Some people, they can't stand to be alone. Then you have other people where conditioning plays a large part of it. This is a book that I read called The Politics of the Family, and they talk about the cyclical nature of a family. So, for example, let's say the great-great-granddaddy was an alcoholic. And the great-great-granddaddy going to be an alcoholic.
Right.
The great-granddaddy is likely to become an alcoholic. Then the granddaddy, and the father, and then eventually you. That doesn't mean that it's guaranteed that it's going to happen, but the likelihood of it happening because of what's been modeled for you.
Right.
And to your point about masculinity, right? Like this shit goes all the way back to slavery.
Right.
Because you were dealing with a race of men whose masculinity was tied to their physicality because they didn't have anything else.
Right.
They weren't allowed to own anything. They weren't allowed to read or do anything or partake in anything constructive. So at what point, if you don't have the same liberties as the next man, where do you find your masculinity? You find it in aggression, your ability to fight.
Right.
Your endowment. You know what I mean? For lack of a better term, like how big your dick is, how good you can fuck, how many women you can fuck, how many women you can run through, how many you can conquer. And then that shit gets passed on from generation to generation. And that's largely why we are where we are now, because of these ideals that have been passed down. And you feel as though you got to live up to those things. So these things are nothing new. This shit has been happening for the past 300-400 years now.
Right. That's true. I mean, that's a good way you broke it down. I mean, that's real shit, though. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy, though, and it's probably never going to change because if it's been going on for 300, 400 years, how are we going to change this type of shit? And slavery did fuck up a lot of stuff. And it's sad that something will be going on for that long and we don't know how to change it. But then some people don't want to change it. Some people don't know how to. Just like you said, with the person who was a drunk throughout their whole family. Imagine seeing your mother being a single mother with 3 different baby daddies. Your grandma was like that. Your grandma was like that. Chances are, when she have a daughter, the mother, her daughter gonna follow her footsteps unless she gets shown differently. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like we want to put these people being bad people or hurt these people's feelings. It's just kind of bad that like we know consequences come with lifestyle. We know people gonna judge that shit. It is what it is, but it doesn't mean we shouldn't make these people look like they animals or they're not human beings. I agree with that. What's good, last Starfire? What's good?
Yo, you just summed it up perfectly, Pimp. Consequences come with lifestyle. And consequence doesn't even necessarily have to be a bad thing. Consequence is just like you live like this 9 times out of 10, this is going to happen. You live like that 9 times out of 10, that's going to happen.
Right.
Consequences are a byproduct of lifestyle. I think that's a perfect way to put it.
And then, I mean, and another thing, I think some people don't understand that or they don't accept the fact that if I live like this, it comes with consequence. Some people don't understand the consequence. Like when you're young, you don't understand it. And then we know people make mistakes and we know people are going to make mistakes. Some people make, like you said, some of these women probably got 5 baby daddies because they got issues. They've been raped. Stuff like that. We know that. And that's unfair that it's like that, but that's not how the world gonna view it. The world not gonna view it. It's like, let's say you say you struggling in life because you lost your parents. Ain't nobody gonna give a fuck about this shit. They're not gonna look at you and say, well, you lost your parents as a kid, we're gonna feel sorry for you. The world not gonna feel sorry for you. They don't care. So the only thing I would say, people need to be careful. Yes, it's fucked up that people are not going to have remorse for things that go on in your life, because it's somebody always with a worse lifestyle, everybody there's always somebody who has a worse situation than you. So at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? I think you just got to accept the mistakes you have and you can try to change. But at the end of the day, it's always going to be somebody who's not going to like this shit. But that doesn't mean treat that person wrongly. That doesn't mean do that person dirty. But at the same time, though, I've seen people who made these type of decisions and they still not humble. I would be humble if I had five baby mamas. If I had that many baby mamas and I actually found a woman who liked me for me out of all that shit and how the type of person I was, I would be humble to get that. But I've seen people not be humble and they make horrible decisions.
It don't work the same for dudes though.
No, it don't work the same. You're right about that, because they might be more desired. It don't work the same for dudes. I agree with that shit. It don't. And I hate to say it, like, women get so offended by you even saying anything about them having five baby mom. Like, I get it. I just want to put it out there. Stop saying they made five mistakes, because there's no way in the hell you made five mistakes. There's no way you made five mistakes and got five babies. There's no way. I just don't understand, why would you make that many mistakes unless you have some problems? Now we can go on and get to a point and say maybe she been raped or something. Maybe she had a bad life. We can say that, and I feel bad that that's what happened. But I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, just to be honest though, Prime, would you date a woman that had five baby daddies?
Hell no.
What about you, Matt Queen?
Nah, but it's not just a matter of her having five baby daddies. It's more so the other implications that come along with that. Like, I've been with a chick that had a baby daddy, and that was just stressful enough, just dealing with whatever bullshit she had to deal with going through. You know what I mean? Dealing with him.
Exactly. I'm like with McQueen. I feel more. I don't want to deal with the drama, and definitely I ain't gonna lie. Even if it's just one baby daddy, I don't want to deal with the drama, the dude. Because if a woman got five baby daddies, and I'm not saying that's not normal all the time, you probably gonna deal with some dudes who ain't cool. And another thing about dating women with kids, what do you do when she get into an argument with one of her baby daddies? You gotta sit back and be like, man, that's between them and that kid and shit. It's just a lot of stress, like McQueen said, and you don't know what to do in those situations. I'm just
and she gonna expect you to step up and do something.
Exactly. And then
you might end up looking like a clown.
Yeah, you might look like a clown.
Exactly.
You fucked up. Because I mean, I ain't saying like, every woman don't got that many baby daddies. And I'm not saying these women gonna find somebody, and definitely you're gonna get looked at as a simp if you date the woman with five baby daddies. But like, one of my big things, I don't want to deal with the drama. I ain't got time for this shit. And then I look at that too, like, I'm single with no kids. Would me and a woman with five baby daddies match? We don't even match. It don't even match. The lifestyles don't match. I'm like, man, I'm gonna look
especially she got like kids under 10 years old or something like that. It's like,
right.
You gonna be looking like a lame.
Okay, let's say she had a bunch of grown kids with five baby. You still gotta question her character. You gotta question something about her. And I hate to say it like that. You need to question this woman if she got five baby daddies.
That's true. At least you ain't gotta deal with them.
Right, yeah, that's true. I would say question the woman. She might have been through something. If you're gonna date a woman with five kids, you better sit down and talk to her. Find out why she got five baby daddies.
Shit, two baby daddies, that's too many.
Right. If you're gonna date a woman with a bunch of kids by a bunch of dudes, you supposed to sit her down and find out why did you do that. Like, eventually somewhere you're gonna have to sit her down and find out. Because do you want to get involved with her and she still got that same mentality?
Two baby daddies, you might be the third.
He said, what about two baby daddies? Would you work with that? I ain't trying to date no woman with no two baby.
You gonna be the third, then you gotta deal with seeds from two different men.
I don't want to deal with a woman that got kids, period. But if I was gonna deal with a woman that have kids, I want the woman to have her kids by one man. Like, I'll deal with that shit if I had to deal with it. Like, one kid or maybe two and they older and shit. Or one kid to be good enough. I ain't trying to deal with all that drama, bro. I ain't got time to be trying to provide for these men and kids. And another thing why I don't like dating women with kids, most of the time they always telling me shit like that nigga ain't taking care of the kids, he ain't there and shit.
I'm not,
man.
Me personally, I'm not stepping in doing this shit.
Right. If this woman had kids by two different dudes that don't want to take care of the kids, and those kids are young, I'm not saying it's the dude's fault or the woman's fault. I'm just like, damn, why should I come in the situation and do it? I'm not saying nobody do it. I'm not gonna do it because I feel like you need to.
Man, let the next simp do it.
Or make your baby daddy step up. Make them niggas step up and take care of his fucking kids.
Yeah, sometimes they ain't gonna happen.
How about if you got good chemistry? If you got good chemistry, then that's on you. Like me personally, it wouldn't work with me.
A lot of times, man, them dudes end up getting with if they ain't got no kids, and they end up getting with women with kids, they end up looking like a clown at the end of the day.
Like
because they didn't develop a bond with the kids, and the chick right. Don't work out, and then you like a clown, man, for real.
And he said, and the baby dad is a good father. I wonder who this is. All right, I'm gonna put it like this though. I'm not sure who the last fighter is, but I ain't knocking your opinions though, and I ain't trying to bash nobody. This is not to bash women, black women, or nothing. I don't think I would have good chemistry. I met women that I was cool with. I just feel like at the end of the day, you have to. You know how everybody got a preference. If you get with a woman with 5 baby daddies, in the back of your head, if you feel like, man, oh, this ain't for me. If you feel like she ain't right, if you feel like something is wrong, it's not going to work out. You have to come into that situation like, I'm cool with dating women with kids. You have to be cool with that shit. Because in the back of your head, you're not cool with it. It's not going to work. So men that date women with kids already accept the fact that they like that type of shit.
Or they might not even like it. They might like, well, I'm gonna have to deal with it just to get with her.
Right. Well, that mean they don't really like it. That mean that shit ain't gonna work out. That mean they forcing themselves to be. That's worse than you being with a woman just because she look good and she got the kid. I'm gonna accept this bullshit.
What type of nigga with no kids gonna sign up for this shit voluntarily?
But,
shit.
Yeah, it might not be. It's probably a lot.
Some will, but I'm like, damn, y'all.
There's probably a lot of dudes selling. But my thing is, why don't these women with all these baby daddy get with a nigga with a bunch of kids and baby mamas? That makes sense. Y'all match though. But at the end of the day, I'm not gonna knock no dude who choose to do it. But I will say this, and this is an argument I had. Why do a man who decide to take care of another woman's kids get looked at as a good man?
Yeah, well, I'm gonna knock it because if I had a kid, if I had a son, I'm gonna tell him, man, don't do that shit. Do not do that shit.
That's another thing I noticed. I've seen women with multiple baby daddies tell their son, don't give him no woman like that. That's crazy to hold up. Why you don't want him to get with a woman that's like you? So at the end of the day, that means she really don't like that shit. She just has some issues. She ain't gonna tell her son to do that shit. So I do question that type of shit. But like at the end of the day, they are human beings, like McQueen said.
And then, you know what I'm saying? You make bad decisions, that's on you. I mean, I'm not taking on nobody else's bad decisions.
And you shouldn't have to. And you shouldn't be called a good guy for taking on somebody else's situation too. I don't like this shit. Like, you a good guy. You a good man.
You a good guy. Like, you come in and save the day.
Why would you be called a good guy only when you taking care of somebody else's situation? You should be a good guy regardless. And like Aunt McQueen said, what is a good guy? I don't think you're a good guy just because you come into a situation and decide to take care of kids. If you a good man, a good guy, you was a good guy before you did that.
And then let's put it right this. Think about the stress that can come along with this shit that you don't even think about. I know dudes and we got in this situation, stress.
And I think another thing too, I think people stand on, you know how like a lot of people scared to stand on what they believe too, because they scared they're gonna hurt somebody else's feeling. A real man stands on what he believes. If you believe that you shouldn't date no women with multiple baby daddies, stand on that shit.
Hey, just like Neo. Remember Neo just came out and said about them parents pushing their training shit on their kids.
Right.
He came and they questioned about it, and he doubled down and was like, "Yeah, I said it, and I meant what I said."
Right, and that's a real man. A lot of people will switch up. I've seen it's dudes that'll say certain things, then they get around some women. No, I ain't say that, because they don't want the women not to like them. Who gives a damn? The women don't like you. A woman should like you for who you are. and what you stand for. I think what you stand for is very powerful. At the end of the day, it might hurt some people's feelings, but I'm sorry.
If they know you switched up, they ain't respect you no way.
They ain't gonna respect. They gonna respect. They might not fuck with you, but people respect you more for standing for who you are. And that don't mean you're a horrible person because you don't agree. Like it's like people gotta hide who they really are. That's what we're forcing in society. Look at all these men that's coming out the closet. They've been hiding this shit for 50 years. Nigga, you been in the closet for 50 years. Make it make sense.
I'm gonna say this though, Pimp. To your point about the whole stepdaddy being a good guy thing, I think that it comes from the assumption that this guy must have a certain level of patience and care and, you know, all of these supposed good virtuous qualities in order to take on somebody else's responsibility. I think that's what it is. That's just the assumption that this man has these qualities. He must be patient. He must be loving. He must be caring. If he's willing to go to length, you know, go this length for somebody else's kids that ain't his and treat them like they're his own.
That's true.
But that's just the assumption. We don't know though, because there's plenty of fucked up stepdaddies out there too.
Right, raping the kids, molesting the kids, coming in just for sex,
beating them up.
Exactly.
Hey,
and you're right though.
Hey, what do he say? Hey, what do he say about it? They said they don't say the R word, right?
Say the R word?
Yeah.
What's the R word?
You just said it. Said hurt you in the algorithm.
What did it say? What was the R word? Oh, okay. I'm not sure what I said. But at the end of the day though, you know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is though, because at the end of the day, people gonna have their own opinion though. And you, my thing is, if you a good guy, then at the end of the day, you a good guy regardless if you take care of somebody's kids. We know the example of it. We know that it pushes out there somebody who's patient and stuff. But why can't you be patient with your own kids? Why can't you start your own family though? You know what I'm saying? Like, all I'm thinking is like, if you can't have no kids, then okay, get with somebody who got kids.
Hell no.
I mean, I'm just saying, if that's what you want though.
Yeah.
Or go adopt them. I heard, okay, I'm gonna tell you, I heard O'Shea Duke Jackson say something I didn't agree with. A woman adopted a kid and the dude wanted to talk to her. He said that's a dude who taking on somebody else's family. I'm like, hold up now. She didn't have that kid by having sex. She adopted it. He made it seem like she was a single mother, and his perception of it was the same thing we were talking about. I was confused a little bit. Like, hold up, bro. She adopted that kid. Like, I don't understand what you mean. But, you know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't agree with him on that shit, but, you know, that's his opinion. I'm dating a chick with 2 kids, but she's not pushing them on me at all. Both the baby daddies are good. 1 kid is in college. Yeah.
Hey, hey, you got kids? You got kids?
I guess he's gonna say something though. But you know what I'm saying? Like, is that we don't even know if this is a person with who I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
You so what?
It sounds like they saying stuff like they defending. It sounds like more of a opinion that they pushing towards.
You saying, hold on, man. Basically, you saying some bullshit.
Yeah, some bullshit. Because it sounds like you picking perfect situations that we don't see. Hardly ever do you see a man get with a woman and kids and it's a perfect. You talking about a white family, ain't you? And even that ain't even like that. I ain't never seen that perfect. Have you, Prime? Have you, McQueen? Have y'all seen a perfect situation where the dude got with the kids and the baby father was perfect?
Nah, cause this shit, even with when the families get together, this shit ain't perfect.
He said, "I'm 100% legit, bro. You a once in you like a damn leprechaun. You know what I'm saying? It don't happen like that, bro. You talking about some damn TV type stuff."
Yeah, I was wondering, like, any dude said it, I'll be like, why wouldn't you get with a chick with no kids and start your own family?
Right. I don't even
instead of I'm saying like that's a ready-made family.
Right. I don't even think your parents gonna push you into no stuff like
that.
Even
if the kid in college, when the kid come back, they gonna be like, you still gonna be like, why would you start your own family?
Now, no offense to Last Starfighter, I feel like his opinions is catering towards women anyway. He has more of an opinion that's catering towards defending what we're saying against women, because it's like he's trying to defend them. I'm not here to bash him. I'm not bashing nobody, because I say the same thing about a man and a woman. But his opinion seemed like he's trying to make the woman look like that's not what's going on. But we know that's not true though. I've seen it. It's not happening like that. It's gonna be drama if you date a woman with that many kids. You might get lucky and it ain't no drama. They ain't from the streets, but most of the time it's drama. It's gonna be some mess going on. I just can't see that being realistic. But it's possible that it is a dude out here dating a woman with 2 different baby daddies not having those problems. It's possible. But
then but my point is like, why the fuck you got 2 baby daddies though? One, why you feel you got 2?
But can we get to the point to say that she probably got issues? Can we get to an agreement that women that have multiple baby daddies might have issues?
Well, I don't know. Some of them might not have issues, but they got damn poor decision making. Like, what the fuck? You got 2 baby daddies. You ain't never had no ring on your finger.
Right. So you saying why after the first baby daddy you didn't change up?
Like, why don't you get damn shit? Motherfucker, find somebody you really like. You want to settle down with. Then have kids.
Let's say
you did this shit backwards.
So you saying a woman with 4 baby daddies, after number 1, she ain't making no mistakes no more. That's just something she into, right?
Oh, that's a pattern. That's some shit. That's just is what it is.
It is what it is though. And then
fuck 4 2.
Now he said she was married. Okay, if she was married with 2 baby daddies,
that don't even make sense.
That means she married one of them, then she got divorced, and you came along and took over. Okay.
Yeah, this shit still messy.
Yeah. Now let's say a woman got married. If a woman get married and her husband die, now she's a single mother. Yeah. If a dude come in a situation, it doesn't mean she's like that. It just means
but she's it's still 2 baby. It's still 2 baby daddies.
Yeah, but it ain't the same though. You can't.
I ain't talking about what you said. I'm talking about that situation. I ain't even heard what you said.
No, I was just saying if the woman was married, her husband died, and she's
I won't talk about that.
She still got 2 baby daddies.
No, I wasn't even talking about that though.
Okay, I'm just saying though, but men will still look at it like that though.
Yeah,
that's a different situation.
Oh yeah. Like you said, she will still have 2 baby daddies, whatever.
But she got to move on. She don't move on. I mean, but at the same time, most time women who get married can probably get married again. But I'm saying, I mean,
so she had a kid. With Bob, she got a baby daddy, then she got married. That shit didn't work out. She had a kid, then she jumping on him. Shit, he third in line. Then oh shit.
Yeah. My thing is, ain't it like a statistic that women in America, black women, are at the highest of single mothers and stuff like that?
Yeah, it ain't close.
Now, what's y'all question and thoughts on that? Because at the end of the day, if we are in the highest category of single women, why aren't black women getting married?
Because they probably having to do some of them having kids by dudes. They don't even know that shit gonna work out.
Did they care? Did they even care?
Man, we don't give a fuck.
So is that a deeper issue why they probably seen their mother do it or something?
Like in some case, you know what I'm saying? In some case.
I mean, like, that's why it's hard to even compare cultures though. When you go overseas, you see single mothers in Africa too.
I listened to an Indian chick talk, man. She was like, man, that shit is frowned upon where she from. She was like, it happens, but it's rare because it's frowned upon so much. It's like they don't celebrate this shit over there.
So you saying that we celebrate it over here, we don't goddamn frown upon. That's why it's different, right?
Yeah.
Should we start frowning upon it? Because we start frowning upon it, we gonna get looked at like we're
It don't matter because the shit ain't work. The shit they doing now ain't working, so it don't matter.
But you like me saying what I'm saying up here, and you saying it, we gonna get looked at as monsters. We gonna get looked at as women bashers.
It don't matter. Because the shit they doing ain't working, so it don't matter.
True. So you think that do you think that it can be changed where we can get our women and men back in line? We can stop this damn single mother shit. You think that shit?
Yeah.
Do they want to fix it though? That's the question. It ain't about can it. Do they want to?
That's another question. I don't know. I can't answer that.
I think we celebrate single mothers. Single mothers get celebrated. Like, you know how many women out here get proud like she a strong woman?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Like the Indian chick said, nah, they don't fly overseas. They don't where she from, and you know, the Indian shit. I got
a homeboy that said that overseas is different. He said those women are oppressed. That's why they are more faithful and loyal to their men because they're not getting treated right. He said women over here have freedom. Those women are oppressed over here.
Hey, see, that's a myth. Every people looking in them passport bro shit. Cause like we got a whole bunch of wealthy countries out here in other countries in the USA.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like everybody ain't oppressed.
Yo, appreciate it, last Starfighter, man. Come back anytime, man. Where you calling in from, bro? Where you from? But yeah, I look at it like this though. Pretty much my homeboy from Las Vegas said women overseas don't got no rights. That's why they got them do what they do, and they more better than women in America. He said they.
Well, I'm saying people looking. That's like looking at it's like picking out just the damn poor places, man. But you got a whole bunch of wealthy places out here other than America, though.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
And people got this. Some people got this idea like Africa. All Africans is poor. It ain't like that.
No, it ain't like that. I met rich Africans. So when I was at Job Corps, they had chain money shit. So I mean, it is what it is, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just think that it's a different teaching over there. I think masculinity is taught correct overseas compared to in America. I think over here we don't know what masculinity is.
I think some of it is toxic overseas too, though, because to what you were saying about what Guy was saying, the women being oppressed. It's not necessarily about poverty and destitution. It's more so about limitations, like we were saying before, right? As far as black men in America, just black people in general. There was a point in time where we couldn't read, couldn't vote, didn't have certain rights. I was watching something one night on HBO. They had a documentary, and they were talking about how a lot of women over there, they weren't allowed to read. So there was a woman who started taking night classes behind her husband's back, and that's how she discovered that he was cheating on her, because he would leave his phone out on the nightstand, like real blatant with the shit. And the wife, she couldn't read the messages. She didn't know what the fuck was going on, and he was just cheating right in front of her face. That's how she learned that he was cheating, that she finally learned how to read. So you have women like that are going through situations where they don't have any access to money, which is financial abuse. If somebody's controlling the money, they pretty much control your livelihood, so you're completely dependent upon them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's what they say with people being like oppressed. In that sense, it's not just a matter of just money, but more so control.
Yep.
But I'm from Philly, bro. Lurk on the collage. Shout out. What's up, Charity? So
What you talking about? Like in America though, like you want the problems we having now with all this single mother shit. It didn't go on back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Like before the 1960s and shit, this shit was rare. We had families and shit, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm pretty sure, like, some women don't got no rights overseas, especially in places like Afghanistan. I don't know about it much as in Africa and stuff like that. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, women want to have equal rights over here. And that's cool. But at the end of the day, do we understand our roles, though? A man is a man, as a woman, a woman. We all confused over here. Like, it's more confusion over here in America. We don't know our roles and shit. Women want to be men want to be women. It's all fucked up over here. And at the end of the day, I think that causes problems. Women want to dominate men. Like, why don't a woman want to be a woman and why don't a man don't want to be a man? Like you said, it goes back to nature. Men are meant to be masculine and leaders. Women are meant to be feminine. Like, I seen a dude post a picture of his wife. And you know how a lot of men have their wife standing behind them, showing that she's supportive, like a man is in front of the woman. The dude was like, nah, you're not going to stand behind me. You're going to stand beside me because we equal. Why did he even have to say that? Because you and your wife can be equal without you having to put that out there like that. But that's the way society is going. That feel like if the woman is standing behind the man, he think he's better than her. He's shitting on her. I just don't understand that anymore. Like, end of the day, it don't matter where your wife's standing at. You are the man of the house. At the end of the day, women want to run shit until it's time to get into a situation. Somebody break into a house. You want to be masculine because you pay most of the bills. Is you going to go down there and whoop some ass? Is you going to go down there and stop that person breaking in? Hell no. They're not going to stop nobody. So the man got to risk his life when he the man and he the masculine. But when the woman want to take on that role, she don't got to do shit. She going to still look upon the man for protection. So we are providers, protectors, leaders.
Well,
We're
you gotta
supposed
look
to
at it like this too. Like a lot of single moms, they taking on that role, so they ain't really looking for no man to protect them because they gotta do for themselves.
Right. But what about the women who? You're right. They do gotta do for themselves. So it is what it is, though. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. So at the end of the day, though, I don't know what to say about it, though. So what you think about it, though? So you saying that black women don't need no man if they doing all that, right?
They already taking on the role of a man. You know what I'm saying? They raising kids by themselves. I ain't talking all of them. You know what I'm saying? They raising kids by themselves. They like,
is that a
you know what I'm
problem?
saying? Like you can't really expect them to bow down to a man when they already taking on a man's role.
Is that a problem, though?
Yeah, it's a problem, but it is what it is.
And just like you had this woman one time talking about women shouldn't be submissive. They tell you that's like I heard some men say, man, why would a woman be submissive? They were talking about this submissive shit is like you trying to run over top of the shit. And shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. What I'm saying, like you already you the head of the household, right? Some of these single moms, they already head of the household. Like then they gonna all of a sudden they gonna back down for a dude to come in a situation. They already down.
And what's that dude who was dating Rihanna? He was holding the baby and standing behind Rihanna. Rihanna was standing in front of him. They called a nigga feminine for that shit.
Yeah, I mean the picture look bad.
It looked bad, but at the end of the day, the man
he might be running shit. He might be running shit behind closed doors.
Yeah, he should have been standing. Do you think it matter who stands in front of who? Do y'all think it matters?
Personally, I don't think so. For me, I think it's a matter of you got to do whatever it is that works for your relationship as individuals. That has to be established. Like if one person is better at handling the money, it's probably best for that person to handle the money. If one person is better in terms of homemaking, whether it's cooking, cleaning, or whatever, then that person do that.
All right,
you know what I'm saying? I think that the gender roles, we get a little bit too caught up in that sometimes and not look at a partnership for what it is.
All right, okay. So who should be leading the household then? Who the head of the household? The man or the woman should be? Or that goes by how the relationship goes?
The man.
What about you, McQueen? What's your thought? If you said it goes by what's best for the relationship, so what if it's best that the woman be the leader? Should the man submit?
The leader in what capacity though? Like what
She gonna be the leader of the household. She the one to run shit.
No, I'm saying like what constitutes as the leader of the household?
She the one to tell what she made the decision. She telling him what to do. He playing a submissive role. Should a man do that? If it's better for the relationship, if that's his way to keep her.
We use these words a lot, like submit, but everybody's definition is like very loose and ambiguous.
Yeah. Hey, we can go back to
we hardly get any clear definition as to like what it actually is.
No matter what religion you are, man.
You just a motherfucker sitting around making sandwiches and washing drawers. Like what is it? Like what is it exactly?
Okay, let's say to keep this woman, you have to submit to her, and that's what's best for the relationship, and they both happy. Is that considered a real man? Is that considered cool?
Hey, looking at Bible, looking at you know what I'm saying? The Muslims, Jewish, none of them believe it.
Muslim, all this shit. So at the end of the day, I'm pretty sure some relationships where the man has to submit to make the woman happy, or either he's gonna have to say you're my equal. That's fine though, but a man don't supposed to be submissive. It just don't match. A masculine. Like I said, it goes against nature. If you're a man that's submitting to a woman, you're not a real man. That goes against nature. So we're gonna go back to nature. Men are not supposed to be feminine. And like you said, you're gonna do what makes better. We know the woman play a role in the household. I think at the end of the day, for people to even have to get up here and post a picture saying, well, my woman stand beside me. First of all, why you putting your business out there? Why does it even fucking matter? Because at the end of the day, you might be treating your woman equal. Everybody ain't gotta know what's going on in your household. So I think when people start trying to portray that type of image and put it up there, it's like you're trying to cater somebody. I felt like that dude who did that with his wife, he was trying to cater to women so it might help his following. He's a big time social media influence. Like
it could. That's reasonable. That's reasonable for sure. He definitely could be pandering. He could be pandering, or that could just be the genuine framework of their relationship. That's how things could go in their relationship. We don't know, but I think what you're saying is definitely reasonable because some people do pander. You want that female audience. So you're right about that, but we don't know like what their relationship is like behind closed doors outside of, you know what I mean? What
Like
it looks like.
basically charity saying, like a man come in her situation, she'll step back and let him be a man. You know what I'm saying?
I would think this is what a woman's supposed to do. That's like a man coming into a relationship trying to be the woman. Like, you trying to be the woman? Like, what the make it sense? I understand what McQueen's saying, and I mean, I don't want to make it like I've heard like with these type of opinions, like one of my homeboys was talking about it's sexist. I'm like, bro, I ain't saying no sexist shit. I'm saying a man need to be a man, a woman need to be a woman. Like, I know I ain't about to submit to no woman. That's crazy. That's not how it's supposed to go. I can be the man. If you want me to be the man of the house, I'm gonna be the man of the house, and that's how it's supposed to be. I never seen that shit when I was coming up. I know it don't make sense. I've seen men be submissive. I've seen women run the relationship, and these men get laughed at. I remember I had a homeboy. His father was the submissive bitch, and his woman was the man, and none of the men respect him. They were talking about their sisterhood and talking about, man, look at that nigga. They were talking shit about this motherfucker, and it might have been wrong, but they didn't respect him.
I think for is the whole like women leading the relationship. That's a whole fantasy type shit. Like, the shit it's gonna go bad.
You said what now?
If a woman leading a relationship, this shit is not natural. It's gonna go bad.
It's not natural. It's not natural. You're going against nature. It's like it's going against nature. I just don't think it's right. But we are learning to accept it because they trying to do these gender role changes and all this crazy stuff. It just ain't gonna go good. I mean, it is what it is though, and that's the way society wants us to think. The new generation is more acceptive of this passive shit that we're talking about.
And it's like this shit. The society is worse off than it was like 40 years ago. This shit worse. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
why Player Supreme, like I heard on my vision back with talking about Player Supreme, his ways is old. Nobody ain't doing that shit no more. That shit he was talking about was real. Being a motherfucking man will get you women more than goddamn being a thug into this shit. Probably if you are a man and you portray and you give off masculine energy, women love masculinity. That's why these women are damn getting confused and shit. A lot of men ain't masculine no more.
Are you thinking, dude? You remember the dude talking about he suck somebody off for 100 million?
Exactly.
You think them dudes back in the day gonna say that? No.
And that's another thing Player Supreme was saying. He said a lot of men that's coming out of prison and thugs, they're more masculine than a regular man because they just more masculine. He said that's why the women want them. They're more masculine than us. That's a problem that niggas are coming out of prison being more masculine than us. Something is wrong with the masculinity right now. Like you said, dude, he wants some money so bad, he ain't even questioning shit. I'm gonna do this. So at the end of the day, I think if more men want to get more women and you want to be more desirable, work on your masculinity. That's a big time issue. She holding the money and giving it out to you and then paid it. Yeah, and that's crazy though. Like, and that happened. Just like my homeboy's daddy, his woman used to take his money and give it to him the way she wanted to give it to him, claiming that he was an alcoholic. I'm like, hold up. Even though he was
an alcoholic though, was he an alcoholic?
He was though, but in the day,
so that could be a part of it though.
I know plenty of alcoholics got
irresponsible. If you're gonna take the money and be irresponsible and fuck it off, having somebody that's looking out for your best interest, I don't see how that's a bad thing.
Well, I don't know if she was looking out for his best interests though. It just looked good. You're right. If she looking out for his best interest, she really treating him like a kid though. I'm just saying though. What's your thought? I get what McQueen said. Somebody looking out for if a woman gotta goddamn take my money and tell me how to spend it, then what the fuck going on?
But yeah, well that reflects more poorly on you than it does on her.
Right, it does, but it was more to the story.
That you don't have that type of self-control that your fucking alcohol problem, your vices override your common sense.
And it makes the woman
that's a problem.
It makes the woman look
bad. That's
a
problem.
If you got to control this man check and he got to do that shit, why you even with this nigga anymore? Because it's like, y'all need to end this shit. He don't want to stop drinking. You got to hold his check, control him, treat him like he the little kid. That shit need to go on and go down the hill. But he was always submissive in these situations. He was always the submissive motherfucker. So, you're right. They probably were looking out for his best interest, but he was always like that, though. He's just like, I don't think it was just the alcohol.
And another thing too is, let me say this too. maybe she was withholding some type of hope that this man would get himself together, that she cared for him that much, that she stayed with him. That's very well a possibility. It may not just it's not just that easy, like you just throw motherfuckers out. Otherwise, it's like, why even deal with somebody in the first place? If the second that there's some sort of adversity, you just like, yo, fuck this person, I'm out of here.
Right. I'm not saying do that either. She probably would, but she tolerated that shit for years. She knew what type of man he was. He didn't. I mean, I think people know who they are when they get ready to get married. Right. She might have loved and cared about him, but he just didn't get the respect. And I don't think she respected him. And she ended up moving on eventually. And she probably was hope. After, nigga, you've been drinking for 20 years. That nigga ain't changing. You hoping he changed after 20 years? You gotta be realistic. I mean, at some point, I just feel like at the end of the day, maybe she was looking out for his best interest as far as drinking. But the other things with him being submissive, I didn't understand that shit. Nobody else understood that shit. And people looked at it like, man, they didn't respect him. They ain't disrespect him. They were cool with him, but they didn't respect him as a man. They looked at that shit like, you my sister, bitch. You know what I'm saying? But I would definitely want somebody to help me out if I had problems, though. But if I'm to the point, it makes him look bad. It just makes them look bad as a whole. So at the end of the day, it is what it is, though. I don't really know what to say. It is what it is.
You just said the operative words. It is what it is. Sometimes you can't even be concerned with optics, the way things look. Sometimes you just need somebody to hold you down, regardless of what it looked like. It may look bad, but just imagine like you at your worst and this motherfucker just leave you like that, just high and dry.
Oh, it happens all the time.
It happens, right? So
but
that's why we say like what do you call it? Loyalty is rare. Somebody that's gonna be with you through thick and thin, better or worse, rich or poor, so on and so forth. You know what I mean? Like that's part of the commitment. It ain't just like I'm just with you when you at your best, when everything is flowing. Otherwise, what difference do it make?
That's true. So at the end of the day, let's go back to the question I was saying before. If it makes the relationship better, is it cool for the man to be submissive?
No,
I wouldn't necessarily say submissive, but I do think that it's important that in some areas you do take counsel, that you're willing to listen to some sort of advice. You can't. I don't think that it would be unwise for any man to just.
Well, we know men take women's advice
recklessly.
We know women play a role, like Barack Obama.
Yeah, nobody want to. You shouldn't dominate the relationship. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it's men out here being submissive. You best believe that shit. Like your woman gonna play a role in the house, and she gonna give you advice. You gonna listen to her. But if she got them running shit, then that's a problem. But at the end of the day, if it's making y'all happy for her to be the man of the house, I ain't got nothing to say about it. But I don't know how long that shit gonna last.
You want to be the damn fucking doormat?
He said, damn, that's too deep right there. To that, only that check hits. All I say is, man, you know what I'm saying? Everybody was raised up in a different environment, like McQueen said earlier, everybody different. But I know by nature, men got a certain role they play, and women got a certain role to play. But man out here crying and shit and acting like a punk. We got told the kids, stop crying. Oh, you can't be no bitch. You can't be soft. Women can cry and shit. A man don't supposed to cry. And they say that fuck men up. We know by nature and by human nature, men and women have different roles. If somebody break into their house and you're in there with that woman, if you go hide, you're gonna get called a bitch. If the woman have to go downstairs, she the man of the house. So at the end of the day, if the woman want to play a role of being the dominant person in the household, when somebody break in the house, take your ass downstairs. That's only if she want to play that role. But if you're gonna let a man be a man, let a man be a man. If you're gonna let a woman be a woman, let a woman be a woman. But the new generation coming up, in my opinion, they have more of a feminine opinion on things. Like the new generation different. Like you can't say certain things like nigga, you wrong and shit. Like they have a different opinion. Like we gonna die off soon, and the new generation is gonna be more acceptive of this new shit that's going on here. And we know that new shit ain't right. But it's people out here that's cool with that shit. We know it's gonna be more in the future that men can be feminine and women can be masculine. We know it's gonna be cool for that type of shit in the future. We know it's gonna be like that. Watch when this generation start dying off and see what happens.
But like back to your own topic though, like you can act like a stud can act like a bad boy and pull chicks.
Yeah, she could. She could. I don't know how that shit work though. This shit
Yeah,
weird.
you see it all the time. See it all the time.
How y'all ever like ran into a stud looking at you like she sizing you up and shit? That shit happened. I heard that shit happen. I'm like, what the fuck? It be weird as hell. Like they be with that woman. If you look at that woman, they'll size you up. Like, yo, what you want? You got problems?
They know how to pull their swag, their bad boy swag off.
Right, they do. And so you saying the damn chicks that act like that, they're pulling them because they like that, or?
I'm just saying it help them out. They know, you know what I'm saying? They watch, they know.
That's some weird. That's different. It's different as hell though. But at the same time though, so if you a man trying to get out here and get more women, what's the best route to follow? Choose the thug side, portray the thug, be a masculine man, be a player, or just be yourself? Like, which way is the best route to go?
I mean, you can always be yourself, but you want to add some other shit in with it. You can do that too.
Which one you think is the strongest though? Out of all them options I said, like, or do it don't matter.
Man, you gotta do what works for you.
All of us portraying masculinity. If you're trying
I seen some dudes try to change up, man. Like, and I gotta change up for the bitch.
I think, in my opinion, is the best route to go just to be a masculine man. Because if you being a thug, the dude said in the video it ain't doing no portraying masculinity by wearing a 50 cap, getting tattoos. So why don't you just portray yourself as a masculine man? You ain't got to be no goddamn thug. Just be more masculine. Be more masculine in your nature. Then you ain't got to do that type of shit.
Yeah, but it don't always work for some dudes. You know what I'm saying?
You're right.
Especially like the younger generations. Like even if they act like a damn masculine dude, man, this shit might not work.
It might not work.
You know what I'm saying? But they gonna hard. I want a good nigga, man.
So that means the generation fucked up. That means it's
they want them scammers.
Blessed to be me, Bubba Gray. He said the man's supposed to lead the woman. Yeah, I believe the man's supposed to lead the woman too. But we get more into a generation that believes that the woman can be the leader. So at the end of the day,
they are like the single mom. They are leading us. They are leading the household.
Why? And that's why they're single too. That's why a lot of these women are single too, but they are leading the household. They are single too. Like that's what comes with being a dominant masculine woman. You're gonna be single, and you're gonna be the person and you're gonna be single, pretty much.
I agree with that, but I think the other part of it too is something that the brother was touching on that a lot of times it's like out of necessity. You know what I mean? It's like you already been in a fucked up relationship, things went sideways, and you kind of just trying to hold it together and pick up the pieces, and that shit just becomes so much of a part of their nature after a while. You know what I mean? I don't think that it's always a case of it being it's like like what came first, the chicken or the egg type of thing. It's like you was in a situation where the nigga bounced out and you had to play both roles, and then you just after a certain point you just don't know how to turn it off. I think that's oftentimes what happens with a lot of these single mothers. They get so used to having to play mother and daddy that they don't know how to turn their masculinity off.
True. So let me ask you this question though: if women like bad boys and dress like bad boys and stuff, is this coming from like entertainment, rap music and stuff? Is that where it starts? Because that damn people following that shit, especially the younger people. So in rap music and stuff, we portray violence, drug dealing. Is that a problem? Is the rap community, the hip hop community, a problem for the black people?
I don't think it's the problem, but I think it's a symptom. I think it definitely reinforces some things. You know, I remember I heard this quote one time where they said the next time you ask yourself where hip hop is going, you got to ask yourself, where am I going? So if that's what the dominant culture is within the community, it's gonna reflect. I mean, you have a nigga running around shooting motherfuckers, selling drugs, doing XYZ, and you put a microphone in front of his face, he can't talk about anything other than what he's seen or what he's partaking in.
That's true.
So I think it reinforces definitely, but I don't think it's the cause. I just think it's just a reflection.
Now I seen a dude break down a video of how, like, you know, hip hop over the years, and he said, man, he was breaking down how many people died behind that shit. I don't think hip hop is the full cause, but a lot of people have died behind a lot of murder, robbery, like that gangster rap and all that stuff. It has caused a lot of problems in the black community, so it has been a problem. You know,
I think it should go hand in hand. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think it should go hand in hand, man.
Like
that's what I'm saying, bro. I think it's hand in hand as well. Like, I don't think it's one or the other. Because again, a lot of these motherfuckers that are getting on, especially nowadays, you look at these young guys out there in Chicago with the whole drill music scene, right? These motherfuckers are gang members first, then they became rappers, not the other way around.
That's true.
So you put a microphone in front of these dudes' face and you put a camera on them, what you think their music video is gonna sound or look like? What you think the music is gonna sound
They
like?
ain't playing. They ain't playing no country, no rap.
That's weird that's weird that so many gang bangers, drug dealers now are rappers though. I'm not saying they weren't like that back in the day. It's crazy that a lot of these rappers are killers though. Like, wow, they going looking for these type of guys? That's crazy. That these guys that are killers are the most talented people when it comes to music.
They got bodies.
That's crazy though. That the most talented rappers out here is probably gonna be a fucking killer. That is crazy, man. I don't know what to say about that.
And they got bitches on their dick too.
Right. When you they really goddamn the ultimate goddamn masculine dude. When you look at that shit they doing, and women probably like that thug shit, and they rich on top of it. You got John Morant silly ass running around trying to be a drill dude, and he a basketball player with millions of dollars. Make it make sense. But at the same time, I think we need to step up and then make your own decision. At some point, you're gonna have to goddamn be like, man, this shit ain't for me, before it gets you in a bad situation though. So I don't know who to blame though. You know what I'm saying? I just think we gotta start looking at our choices and say, man, is this shit really me? Because in the long run, I think a lot of young people don't see this as consequences or gonna lead them to a bad life until it actually happens. And some people, and y'all probably agree, that some people say let them live their life, let them make their mistakes. Do y'all agree with that? Let them make their mistakes.
Yeah, but that shit fucking everybody up.
It is fucking everybody up.
And to your point though, Pimp, as far as the consequences, right? Like, it ain't gonna be the same for everybody. Unfortunately, there's gonna be some motherfuckers who gonna pay the ultimate price.
Right.
Like she just said, eventually they get killed. You know what I mean? You got some people, they might skate off with a slap on the wrist. They might end up on probation. They may get locked up for a little bit. They might get shot and survive. But there's gonna be them other motherfuckers who they gonna finally pay the ultimate price. That shit you can't come back from. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, it's real out here. And as far as John Morant goes, you still gotta remember this dude is young and impressionable. I remember being young and looking at Biggie and Tupac and they realized how young them dudes were when they passed. Like Biggie was only 24, Tupac was only 25. They were still young dudes.
They were.
You know what I'm saying? Still trying to figure this shit out.
They were. And they was in the hip hop culture too. I mean, you know, they were confused, but then they were portraying the image that was selling.
I will say this though, you got other dudes in the NBA that's Ja Morant same age and they way more mature than he is.
Right. And then Ja Morant didn't come from the hood either. He ain't come from the hood. So it is what it is though. You know what I'm saying? Like, you young people make mistakes though. Like if Ja Morant had came from the hood, I would understand. He didn't even come from the hood, so I'm kind of confused.
And you got dudes, damn dudes in the NBA who really about that came from that life, and they ain't acting like this.
Exactly. So it made me think he might be fake. I think Ja Morant is he don't know who he is. I'm just wondering, like, bro, just play basketball. I understand you young, so you can kind of give him a pass. But eventually, when do we stop giving this motherfucker a pass? Like, we always giving people a pass. When is it time to stop giving somebody a pass? Like, hold up, bro, we ain't gave you a number of passes now. Like, you ain't learning from this shit though. So
hey, the first time I thought, yeah, okay, that's a warrant. That's like, hey, we'll give you right off this, man. Then you gonna learn from this. Then he come around and do this shit again.
So that's a good question. In society, how many passes should a person get before you be like, man, what the fuck?
Well, it's not on us to give them a pass. I mean, you just better just hope that shit just don't catch up with you in the way that it does catch up to you, that it just ain't too much for you to overcome.
You're right. It ain't our thing to get people back. We talking about, let's say you're in a situation and the NBA, how many passes should NBA give this nigga? Like, how many passes do you deserve if you keep doing the same?
Hey, they gonna give him a pass until they start hurting their bottom line. Exactly. If you start hurting your product,
but I'm gonna tell you what's a bad example. Ja Morant is a bad example because he gonna get a pass. He's a super talented. He bringing so much money. The average dude in the street's not gonna get the same pass as Ja Morant gonna get. So Ja Morant might be Some of these dudes might be looking at John Moran like, I can get them same pass. No, you're not, bro. You ain't NBA superstar.
That's a fair point. That's a fair point. And like the brother just said, man, it's about that bottom line. You might not be as valuable to whoever as John Moran is to the Memphis Grizzlies. So you're gonna turn the other way. You be like, hey, well, look, this motherfucker selling jerseys. He's putting asses in seats.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Taking us to the playoffs. We got this new television contract because he's balling out.
Right.
So we could just look the other way. And then once you start to fall, we seen it happen with Allen Iverson.
Right. They didn't like Allen Iverson just because his image. He wasn't even doing that certain type of shit. They just didn't like his image. But if you working at goddamn Walmart trying to be a thug, they ain't gonna let you pass, bro. You goddamn do some crazy shit that hurting Walmart and your ass got to go. You ain't making Walmart no money. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, that might sound crazy though. John Morant just he good though. He can keep acting stupid. Even though he might lose some money, he gonna still make more money. He would have to like Gilbert Arenas got kicked out of the NBA over some stupid stuff. But he should be okay.
Yeah, well, he didn't even get kicked out though.
Oh, he didn't? Okay, I thought he got kicked out.
No, he got them injuries.
Oh, okay. Well, I looked at it wrong then. But still, I mean, you know, at the end of the day, like them dudes get a pass. So that's why I say, man, I don't live up to no superstar lifestyle because they get passes. They can go to prison. Like you see Boosie in and out of prison. He's still gonna be good. It don't work that same for the average dude. It don't work that same for everybody else. They can get away with stuff that we can't get away. They got the money to afford stuff. They got the money to get out of situation. They have power. People want to see them get out of that situation.
Yeah.
They even do crooked stuff to get them people out of those situations. Like YM Nelly, he did some crooked stuff. He might get out of that shit. He might actually get out. And I'm not saying people ain't getting off. Money and power means something.
Definitely. And shit, let's say this. Not even just the power itself, but even just the when people see you as somebody as value. Because before you even get to the NBA or the NFL or elsewhere, think about how many of these guys are in college programs where they may not necessarily have the best performance, but motherfuckers are willing to pass them because, yo, we want to keep this guy on the field. We want to keep this guy on the court. And this motherfucker's a C.D. student, something like that. Let that be one of us. We're going to get failed. We ain't going to get that privilege where they're going to pass us to keep us on the basketball court or on the football field.
And that's fucked up.
You know, UNC got caught doing this shit a few years ago where they were just putting kids in classes, like the basketball players and shit in classes. There was just some bullshit classes. They didn't even have to show up.
That's fucked up. You know what I'm saying? And that's just and it's gonna always be like that. If you got that talent, then somebody gonna goddamn give you a pad. It just is what it is. It's like, you know, it is what life is about. Like women gonna always like bad boys. I mean, and we might can fix the masculinity thing. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like McQueen had said earlier, masculinity probably I think masculinity right now is confused anyway. Like women probably don't know what masculinity is because if you're in this environment while you seeing all this bad shit, you probably gonna like the type of guys.
It's like a bad boy really ain't no bad thing, but in the black community is because you know if a bad boy in the black community, he gonna be on some different shit.
Right. And then it projects them as being bad people too. They're not always bad people though, but they do bad things though. So I mean, it ain't all. I mean, every guy that's a bad boy ain't no damn killer. But at the same time, we know, like growing up, if you was 13, 12 years old, talking about fuck you, sex and shit, you came off as somebody who was bad, and you was bold enough to say stuff that other kids wouldn't. You probably gonna get
which is cool.
It was gonna be cool, but you were gonna get liked more.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But like the other, yeah, go ahead.
No, what you about to say?
You know what I'm saying? The other side, like, oh, you got these niggas in the streets that they're really about their life. So
right. But
them
tell
is just,
me why, like a kid coming up who be like, man, I know how to I know my multiplication. I know how to goddamn do this and that. They don't think that shit cool. That's never gonna be cool.
Nerd,
right. In
cornball.
the black community, you a nerd if you goddamn know that type of shit.
Geek.
That's fucked up. That's messed up though. Make it make sense though. Like, why can't we just be in a society that we respect everybody? And then not only you not getting the women when you act like that, the men talking shit about you. That's why the niggas go from multiplications being smart to like, shit, let me start hanging with these niggas. They don't like this shit. Nigga might start ditching school because he might be smart enough to get a damn full scholarship, but he been picked at and told you a nerd and geek because you know how to goddamn do this shit in school. Now he switch over and start selling drugs. It happen all the time. We gotta fix this shit because you should be happy to be smart and get a full scholarship in school. But a lot of men don't want that shit. They
Man,
like that.
I remember back in school, he was older than I was, but he had a full ride to Chapel Hill, man. And he was a straight A student and everything, but he ended up selling. He got caught selling. It was all in the news and everything.
Right. Why would he do that just to fit in with somebody? I guarantee it was to fit in with somebody. Just like James Arms was playing basketball, had everything, started selling, didn't get to go to the college he wanted to. He ended up making it to NBA. He was doing some crazy stuff. He would have not, if James Arms had done that stuff, man, he would have been there. But I mean, he must have been a product of his environment. I think it comes down to the parents too. If you know you got a child, you supposed to do what you can to protect them. I don't care where you live. You got to protect your child. I know you can't 100% protect them, but you need to protect them. If your child, you can't let your child get no pass. I don't care if they got them a star or what. You have to protect them because it's the breadwinner of the family. This dude about to go to NBA and you let him out here sell drugs. Make it make sense. What the parents doing? Like, that don't make sense to me. But you know what I'm saying? I'm only a person giving my opinion on it though. But I've been around. I remember one time, like I said in my video, I told a chick I was an electrician. She called me a nerd. Like, you only hear that shit with black women. I'm a nerd because I know electrical. Like, why is that a bad thing? And now imagine my weak mind. I'm like, shit, I need to leave this electrical shit alone. Goddamn bitches don't like this shit. They don't like this shit. You know what I'm saying? They don't like that type of shit though. They might like the money side of it to use your ass. So at the end of the day, that goes back to if women decide that they don't want to like the guys that are good and they choose the bad, that means that, like Prime said, if you become a single mother because you choosing an image and a bad boy, don't expect the good guy to come in and save your ass. I don't care what nobody say. Take on your responsibilities. You chose the bad boys. If you get lucky and find a good guy that want to take care of your kids, that's perfectly fine. I'm not knocking it. But don't expect that's supposed to be the outcome. Because you knew what you was doing when you was goddamn running around with these niggas for images. For damn 17 years, you knew what was going on. She said not parents. And what you mean, Charity? You know what I'm saying? But, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Everybody got a good point. McQueen got his own point. Prime had his. I have mine. But definitely, again, I'm not here to bash anybody. It might come off as people not going to like what I say. But I stand on what I say. And I do believe what I say has valid points. I may be wrong to some people, and I might not have the best opinion when it comes to some of the stuff I say. End of the day, if a woman want a bad dude, get you a bad boy. If you got to dress like a bad boy to get women, do it. But don't go out here and do no crimes to get the woman. I tell you that, though. Like, it's plenty. I think it's plenty of ways to get women. And at the end of the day, let me ask y'all this question: should a woman be put on the pedestal that high that you got to be a thug or act like a thug to get one?
Nah, but hey, if a nigga want to do it, it's on them.
Okay. So what would you tell some dude?
Don't do it.
Have you tried day naps at all? Yeah, I tried them. I don't like them day naps, bro. I used to try them day naps. I left them day naps alone. Them day naps cool, man. Like, I feel like it's a lot of if you're gonna deal with day naps, it's a lot of trying to portray an image. You gotta be good at portraying images and taking good pictures. You gotta make yourself look good. You might look good, but you got to make yourself look good on there. And some people look good when they take pictures, some people don't. If you don't know how to portray yourself on an app, you might struggle to get women on a dating app because it's tough. And some people got it naturally. They can take pictures, put it up there. Women gonna like this shit. And some people gonna have to know what they're doing and know how to goddamn. You're gonna have to look into how to portray yourself, in my opinion. What's your opinion on that, Prime McQueen?
Yeah, I mean, I used to eat good off them dating apps, man. But shit, so many people on there now, like you can get lost in the crowd. No.
And I think you had said one time, one thing that was crazy, it's extra steps on the dating app. You gotta get the chick number on the dating app, start talking to her. Like, if you meet a woman in person, you eliminate steps that you will have to go through on the dating app. So it's extra shit you gotta do.
I mean, you gotta waste a lot of time.
Yeah, and I mean, I got some women off the dating apps, man, but I mean, I think I could have probably did better, but I think, like you said, it's a lot of waste time. I remember I used to be walking around looking at my phone and not paying attention to what's going on around me. I'm like, damn, this shit got me fucking. I'm up here supposed to be out trying to meet women. I'm up here on my phone trying to meet somebody online. So it's a distraction.
And don't let me get down about 7 to 8 damn messages in there.
Oh man, you ain't even thinking about it. You might got women out here that want you in person. You worrying about the damn phone. Like, I think a dating app is good for when you at home chilling, you ain't got nothing else to do. If you out in public, leave that goddamn dating app alone.
Now I think it's like, damn, like if you even holler at a chick on the date night, it's like you begging. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, Charity, you a teacher? I didn't know you was a teacher. Okay. Yes, but you know what I'm saying? It is what it is, though. The younger generation gonna do what they do. I just wonder why society gonna go in a few more years as far as how. Let me ask y'all a question. This might be a little bit off topic. How y'all feel about these men that's coming out the closet?
Shit's good.
Y'all think that's weird that you waited till you were 50? Or how y'all feel about these men that they claim is using that image to get more money? How y'all feel about that?
Hey, it is what it is. I mean,
there's a lot of guys out here that ain't like that, but they like, shit, I do this shit for the bag, though.
Yeah. They'll do some gay shit for the bag.
It's some crazy shit, though. I'm talking about like Wayne Brady. Oh, it's another dude that came out. Nino Brown said it. He ain't really come out. I forgot what the dude's name is, and I gotta look at the Nino Brown video. He said the black guy said he liked women, but he more in his feminine ways now.
What?
What the fuck he was saying? Like, talking about he more like a woman now, but he like women and shit. I mean, he like women, but he more feminine now.
I have to see that.
It was kind of strange. You know, if you see the dude, you know he's talking. I can't think of the name right now, but he was saying the dude saying that he don't like men, but he like women, but now he understands he more feminine now. And I was like, what the fuck? I was confused. Like, what are you talking about, bro?
Oh man.
Yep, with a criminal justice degree, sir. Still finishing my paralegal degree. Okay, goddamn Charity got some big time shit going on.
Hey, Charity, but what? I don't want to see them Charity on the news being getting caught with a damn student.
Yeah, that should be happening too. That should be wild as hell. But man, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, I really don't care what nobody do though. But a lot of people, I mean, people gonna judge, people gonna have their opinions, we gonna all do that. Yes, I do think it's weird that people are actually coming out. I think a lot of people, it's a financial move. It's a money move. Like coming out saying that I'm part of the Pride team, that they gonna get you that money. You part of that Skittle team, boy. You about to get that bag.
The Skittle team. They coming out for the clout. Coming out for the clout.
Right. And it's crazy because I can't believe all these black men coming out like that. I'm like, hold up, bro. You ain't never been like this. It's making me wonder, is it true? Because if you cater to that side of the community, you're gonna get that bag.
What Dwight Howard say? My private life is my private life.
And he right.
And I think that's how it should stay. I mean, nobody else makes an announcement. You a straight person, you don't come out, hey, I'm straight. There's no announcement. You just go on about your life. But when these motherfuckers come out, it's a big thing, like you said, though. It's a huge thing. Like, it really does feel forced.
I'm gonna say one thing though. You're right about your privacy, but damn, if he ain't taking them interviews talking about that shit. If it's private, nigga, why you still talking about it? I won't be taking
exactly.
He like the attention. Like, why are you taking interviews, entertaining what people think about you in the bedroom, bro? I'll be like, I would turn down them interviews if I didn't do it. I'm not interviewing about no shit I ain't do. But you know what I'm saying? We know. But some people say he a celebrity, he got to do it. You don't got to do shit. If I'm a celebrity and somebody come out and say I did something, if I didn't do it, I'm not taking no interviews. I mean, what am I proving? I already told you I ain't do it. But at the same time, though, you know.
You see how this shit fucked the Chingy up?
Yeah, that shit messed Chingy life up. And then the thing gonna come out and talking about she'll give $1 million, but it come with some circumstances or some shit. I'm like, what? Like, damn. And then that thing's career went up. Chingy's career went down. It got enough money to give Chingy $1 million. Wow. And I mean, it's wild. Though,
hey, they better be lucky with Chingy and not nobody else. Somebody else had it. Hey, let it be Boosie, man. He would have put a hit out on it.
Oh man, it would have got very ugly. And it's messed up. But I mean, I don't want to say that would have been wrong, but you messed somebody up. Like, I don't know what to say. You shouldn't. At the end of the day, I believe Chingy should have seen that thing. Like, man, we got to see you, man. You over here messing up my career and shit. But he took it to the chin and said, man, fuck it. I mean, it ruined his career because back in the day, they didn't accept that Skittle shit. They were like, man, hell nah, bro. We ain't accepting that shit. And then this thing, goddamn, living a great life now with millions of dollars.
See, Chingy was just a few years too. If he had came out right now, oh man, he would have just boosted his career.
Oh no, I wouldn't have hurt him. He could have just laughed that shit off. And then the thing said he didn't even know that was a woman. He didn't know if it was a woman or man. He was just hugging somebody for a picture. The thing had devilish intentions because it lied on him. Maybe it tried to holler at Ching, and Ching was like, nah, I don't get down like that. And that one came out and damn ruined his life. That's good, Chad. You the more kids better than Lady Go.
No, he was telling lies and he was messing around. But the picture was more than what it was.
Why would it lie like that on Chingy though? What's wrong with that thing? Like,
I think it's because of the timing. Back then, like you said, it was taboo. So now it's a bigger story. Like, oh shit, Chingy out here with so and so. You know what I mean? But now it wouldn't have been a big deal. Now, like you said, Chingy probably would be on the cover of magazines and people be talking about how brave this motherfucker is.
Right.
But back then, it was like, nah, this nigga's a cop.
And he might have even went along with this shit. He might have went along with it. Like, shit, let me get this bag.
Hey man, let me ask y'all something. Man. This ain't got nothing to do with no topic, man. But that little tape, man. That little tape. Y'all heard about that?
Who?
The little tape. Remember yesterday they said he had died. Then they were talking about come out and said he won't dead. Like it was just somebody had hacked into their account.
Wow, that's a wild.
All them reporters like that little tape chick.
Yeah, I gotta look it up, but that's crazy.
Yeah, look at little tape because it was like well, I guess about 5-6 years ago, it was like a little 9-year-old walking around. You know what I'm saying? You had to look at the story. You see what I'm talking
about? Yeah. People going around.
But they was saying she had died, but then she didn't really die.
Right. That shit crazy as hell. That shit crazy, man. People going around lying about crazy stuff. What y'all think about those pictures when they take celebrities and put them in dresses and they ain't really wearing dresses? I've been seeing LeBron in a lot of dresses and skirts lately.
Yeah, it's
you can tell it ain't LeBron. You look at his damn face. Like, why y'all trying to ruin LeBron's rep and shit?
But I remember the other one. He came out with a dress on. People thought this shit was real.
Yeah, but you look at the face good. LeBron's face didn't look like that. I'm just down to think like, is it got to the point where
no, this was really LeBron's face, and they just had it on Photoshop.
Okay, yeah. At the end of the day, what do you get out of it? So you want some views that bad? You were there and put LeBron in a dress? Like, you remember I had an argument with a dude. Not an argument. We had a thing talking about you don't see the white players get done like that. When the last time y'all seen Luka Doncic in a dress?
Nah, it don't make no good story.
Larry Bird, Dirk Nowitzki, you don't see them even putting no damn dresses, right? But Luka Doncic pretty popular. I mean, you put him in a damn dress, it's gonna get looked at. People gonna be like, "Damn, Luka Doncic." She said her parents had been abusing her.
Who?
He said LeBron wears a purse though. A lot of men wear them goddamn purse things.
Man, yeah, they call it a man purse.
Yeah. Eric, now that's a lot of dudes. LeBron ain't no fruit cup.
I ain't feeling this shit with
he ain't no fruit cup though. LeBron ain't no fruit cup. He ain't wearing no dress and skirt. Dwayne
Wade is a different story now.
You said what?
Dwayne Wade is a different story.
Yeah. What about Westbrook?
Yeah, but then
I don't know if Westbrook like that. He did that bad.
These black celebrities wearing these dresses and shit, man.
That's the new trend. Dwayne taught LeBron how to carry your purse. I don't know about that, man. You jumping to conclusions now. LeBron is not no fruit cup though. LeBron ain't never did no fruity stuff. Now
I think Dwayne Wade doing more than just carrying a purse.
Yeah, Dwayne Wade doing different stuff. LeBron is a heterosexual male. Now we ain't gonna lie on the man. LeBron ain't never had no accusations on him doing nothing out, no stuff like that. Now, as far as him wearing the badge, it's a lot of men doing that, so we can question a lot of men. But as far as Wade does some different shit. You know what I'm saying? Now LeBron come out here with a skirt on now for real. I'm like, damn, LeBron. What's
the old boy with the Houston Rockets? You know what I'm talking about? The old boy with the Houston Rockets.
It's all over the internet. Did Dwayne taught LeBron how to carry a purse? I ain't never heard that shit. Have you, Prime?
Yeah, no, but I wouldn't be shocked.
But it don't mean LeBron no fruity. LeBron ain't fruity. I ain't gonna say that. Little Tay parents have been abusing her.
Yeah. That's what I heard, especially with Pops.
Yeah, LeBron protected, but he ain't no fruity though. You know what I'm saying? He protected, but he ain't no fruity though. Like, I mean, we know LeBron ain't no fruity. It'll be a shock if LeBron come out on some Skittle shit. I'd be like, what the fuck, LeBron? Nah. He ain't nobody hiding his sexuality. LeBron is a man.
It'll be one of the young dudes like Jalen Green or somebody.
Yeah, they indeed Skittle shit.
Yeah.
Imagine having a video of LeBron holding Wade up, hunching him. We'd be like, what the fuck, LeBron? That'll ruin LeBron's image. LeBron ain't out here doing
remember the video with Anthony Davis?
Oh man, that shit was crazy. That he was licking his tongue out and shit. People don't talk about that shit no more. I watched that shit several times. I think I did a video on Man and Gossip about this shit. I was looking at this shit like, what the fuck? I mean, you know what I'm saying? We know people haze in college though, so I guess did we get a pass because it was hazing?
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, he shouldn't have stuck his tongue out and shit like he liked this shit though. That's the weird shit. I was like, what the fuck? He stuck his tongue out like he liked this shit. I was like, what the fuck? But that Jalen Green shit, that was y'all. If y'all ain't seen that shit, go look at that Jalen Green shit. That was next level sissifies type stuff going on. I'm like holding the nigga up in the air, had him in a position like a one. The dude who laid there and let him do that was wild. Some wild boys. That's all I can say. I'm just saying, like, y'all
twice, one on the bed and one in the air.
Well, y'all bored. Y'all is a bored ass dude. Y'all telling y'all NBA players. Like I said, I'd rather see him out with a woman than getting played by a damn porn star. You up here hunching a guy and shit. At the end of the day, man, he probably boosts his goddamn Skittle community. He probably like, damn, that nigga get down like that. We gotta throw that bag at him now. We gotta get him a deal. Like, I can imagine one of my family, like my brother, getting caught on a video doing some shit like that. I'd be like, wow. I just laugh about this shit, man. Like, I gotta think, like, what the fuck? But shit, man, I'm probably about to ready to get off here, man. I appreciate y'all coming on, man. I gotta think of another topic that's gonna be good for next week. I gotta get some more women to come on here, man. I ain't had no women come on here in a while.
Yeah, Charity's kid, come up.
Yeah, man. Somebody was up here. I think he just actually got off, but yeah, man. I mean, she's scared to come up here. I need some new women. Sometimes the women bring a different perspective and they give us the opportunity to ask them questions, and they give a different opinion about stuff. But like you said, some of them scared. She said, "Do you think Nick Cannon swing that way?"
No.
I ain't heard nothing about Nick Cannon playing with nobody. Nah, I don't think Nick Cannon play like that.
Charity throwing shots at Nick.
They trying to make Nick out here to be a fruity booty. What about pegging? What?
What is pegging?
I don't even know what it is. Nick Cannon ain't out here doing no fruity cake stuff, man. I'm telling you that right now. I'll be shocked. That'll be a hit of the black community. If Nick Cannon come out here doing some Skittle type stuff, I'm like, wow. He said,
I need to look that up. I don't even know what it is.
I ain't never heard them doing nothing other than having kids. You know what I'm saying? They said it. They trying to sound like somebody might be trying to ruin his reputation. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what nobody will do, but I don't think he doing no fruity stuff. But Nick Cannon is smashing. He got 12 kids or something. Yeah, he is smashing. He out here getting it in, bro. He doing big things as far as getting them kids. But as far as Nick Cannon got them busting out some hairy backs.
He doing bad though. Look, he might having all them kids by different women.
It is bad. But he ain't busting out no hairy backs though. He ain't doing no sissy type stuff. But I don't know. I'm about to look up that too. I ain't hearing about Nick Cannon. I'm gonna DM you. Okay. Yeah, Nick Cannon doing some different shit. Let me find out though. It's shocking how many black men are starting to come out though, boy.
Yep.
Shit's shocking as hell now. This shit weird as hell. I'm starting to get worried about the black community. Like, hold up now. What's going on with y'all guys, man? Y'all letting this money get to y'all head, bro.
They think, the baby and people like that came out.
Oh, the baby came out too?
No, I'm just saying.
No, the baby got up there. The baby come out. I'm like, the baby.
No. Little Boosie come up.
I look at the baby and Boosie like, hold up. Y'all niggas was criticizing What if Mike Tyson was to come out? That'd be wild. I think that'll never happen.
I wouldn't be shocked. It might, you know what I'm saying?
You said you wouldn't be shocked?
No.
I'd be shocked, man. I'd be like, what the fuck, Mike Tyson? Mike Tyson, I don't get that vibe. Mike Tyson a wild guy. I don't think he don't do stuff like that, though. I'd be shocked. Like the Wayne Brady thing didn't hit hard, but it's kind of weird. It's weird. It's weird. But look at that thing on Nino Brown and that dude, man. He was talking like he into the family lifestyle, man. I was like,
well, you remember DMX used to always talk about them some wild shit.
Oh, he was talking about some fruity stuff?
I'm talking about listen to his, go back and listen to his albums, his songs.
He was talking about doing fruity stuff?
Yeah.
Damn, DMX?
Yeah, he lying. You go back and listen to what she said.
So you think he was on the low?
No, I'm just saying it's some shit he used to say, man.
I gotta go back and listen. I ain't never know DMX getting no fruity stuff. That music industry stuff kind of questionable, man. You know, people be writing their lyrics. Sometimes they be rapping and shit. They do it for money. You don't know what they do. I don't know if he did no fruity stuff, but like some people say Tupac was on some stuff like that. Some people say Tupac was doing stuff like that. I mean, if wearing a thong is something different. I don't know what to say about that. But I'm gonna get ready to get off this live, man. Appreciate y'all coming on, man. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, hit that bell when my videos come up. A lot of y'all people don't be hitting the bell either. Make sure y'all hit that bell and put all on videos, lives, everything, because you won't see my videos. You won't see my lives if y'all don't hit that bell notification. Hit that bell notification and put all for my videos so y'all can get all my videos and y'all will see everything I post on a weekly basis. I'm going to holler at y'all. Y'all have a good night.